What's going on, everybody? Cali Death Podcast back once again, episode 116. I am Anthony. I am your host, and I am always joined by at least one resident homie. And tonight I'm joined by Joel Horner. What up, Joel?
What up?
If you noticed any difference in that intro, it's because the smart guys on this podcast have left the apes in control, and that's how that goes. We couldn't get a actual intro set up, so it looks like we decided to just take the outro, make it the intro, and
You
throw.
have to tell them, dude. I was trying to fucking sneak it in there.
Yeah, but we're still here. We're still gonna be rocking with you guys every other Thursday night, and tonight we're joined by Jon Orc of the band Hemorage. What up, John?
What up?
Yeah, dude. No, Joel brought you guys to my attention. When we first talked about getting you guys on and all that shit, and things happen, rescheduling, blah 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 blah. Now we're here, but I'm really interested in the DIY aspect of Hemorage, and was very intrigued to hear that how you guys, drive around in a box truck and do shows and shit, dude. So I know we're gonna get to that, but really this is artist spotlight for you, John. And so so we're gonna we'll get to that, but at first we're gonna get into you as well. And but before we do all that, let's do the plug section real quick. battleforgecoffee.com. If you're a listener of the show, you know I say that shit every episode because that's the homies. That's the Jesus Flesh homies. They got their coffee business over there, and it is good coffee. I promise you, I'm a coffee guy, and I do enjoy drinking that coffee. So please, if we all drink coffee, go drink Battleforge coffee and buy a shirt, buy a mug, buy whatever, and tell those dudes we sent you. And for us, we got Cali Death Podcast.bigcartel.com. We got two designs. We got the OG revamped, and we got the new 2-year anniversary zombie podcaster Cali guy shirt. That
they're actually like almost. I think they're getting close to selling out. There's a lot being sold right now. Yeah,
nice, dude. So if you guys want to grab one of those, do we have a picture set up, Joel, or no?
We probably do. Battleforge. I'm just clicking on shit, dude. I don't even know. We split the duties. Usually Casey does like the banners and I do the pictures.
I know. We're only half squad tonight, but
I don't see the pictures.
Either way, you guys, if you go on to YouTube and look at the 100th episode, the thumbnail for that 100th episode is the design on these t-shirts, and yeah, those shirts help support the show. It's not free to do this thing, and it'd be cool if you guys, if you're down with this, you can throw some of your clams and get a t-shirt out of the deal.
Also too, so I know, John, you were telling me about stuff you want to promote. So you have your own screen printing, or you're doing like merch now for bands, right?
Actually, I have been. I just recently realized that while we're in between tours, maybe I can do this for now to fill up the time. Mm-hmm. So for limited times of the month, we'll be accepting orders from bands, businesses, or whatever.
And it was at what was the website?
SavagePeople.net.
Boom.
Yeah, I was keeping those. Nah, Joel had it locked and loaded. I was actually on there because I did go on your guys' website, and I did go to the merch section to see what it was all about. And I love the metal logo parody t-shirts.
The
areas of the Bay Area. Yeah, dude. The Tenderloin is Testament logo.
Yeah, I think it's Slayer was Sunset.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. Yeah, it was just a cool idea that I had. Dude, I was literally sitting at my coffee table, and I was like, what would be a cool thing to do with these band logos? It's like, oh shit, neighborhoods. Everyone
Yeah.
likes
Yeah, yeah.
locals, and everyone loves those bands. So like, it just
Totally, dude. Excelsior's Exodus.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was hard making some of that shit though, because like there's no like letters or like font selection. There's no,
Right, right. So
no-
if you're gonna add letters that aren't in the original logo, you gotta make those new letters look like the same font
Yeah.
as the old logo.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was really fun doing it though.
totally, dude. No,
Yeah.
I actually when I saw that, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna come back here because I think I want one or two of these neighborhood T-shirts that it's just for somebody from being in the Bay Area and all that shit and knowing what's up with the city. Like that's actually really dope.
Yeah, yeah. And then like the cool thing is like that's like passive income for us. It's just like it just sits there, and we have the screens already, and we'll just make it as we go.
Right,
That's
right.
awesome, man. That's super cool.
Yeah.
No, totally, dude. I love that, and you're gonna see some weird lighting shit that's going on with me all night.
We're gonna see some weird video shit that's going on with you all night.
Is it again, dude?
Yeah, I didn't want to tell you because I know it bums you out, but
It does bum me out, dude.
This
I
is
just
frozen.
have been last 3 weeks have been shitty internet at this fucking place, dude. And this is my only access to internet, so
it's
it
all
sucks, dude.
Or at least you're not a coffee shop or something. Yeah,
good. Yeah,
yeah, that's Starbucks.
Yeah,
I get
get
better
a fucking
Wi-Fi at a fucking Starbucks, dude. I'm plugged. Look, and the lights are fucking going on and off, dude. I'm fucking running a shit show over here, guys. It is fucking not professional at all. But I'm still trying to. I still want to be here with you guys every single week, so I'm trying to make it happen.
Well, we got that still photo. We're good, man. We got you.
Yeah, the audio
Is
sounds
it-
good though.
It's
Yeah, the
still
audio's great.
frozen.
Yeah, the audio's good though.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Sorry,
is that a good screenshot of you? And tell you that.
I know. It's just like, what's up? What up, dude?
That
There
becomes.
you go.
He came back to life.
There you go. That looks better.
Yeah.
Freeze
Okay,
the
okay.
screen. There you go.
then you
That
froze
freezes
again.
better.
Man, I hate this, dude. I need to find a new place to do this thing again. I think out of all of us, I've done the most moves in different places that I've done it from.
That's true. That's true.
You know,
Yeah, you started with like a weird room in your parents' house, or not parents' house. Your
I worked at I was at my parents' house, then it was at my
parents'
house.
Yeah, that's right. Then your house, and then now your workshop.
Yep. And now I'm done with this place. All right. I'm gonna do it from my fucking car from now on, guys. I'm gonna sit in the
Trusty
Planet-
cell service might be better than
Planet
that fucking
Fitness
Wi-Fi,
parking lot, catch the Planet Fitness Wi-Fi, use their shower.
dude. I can't get over it. It's good. It's good, man.
It's
Everything's
frozen
good.
again, huh?
No, it's fine. You're good.
All right. All right.
It's a
Well,
good shot.
is there anywhere else we want to go for Hemorage merch and all that kind of shit?
No, it's just like that website.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Marshall.net. That's where all you get the merch. If you get it somewhere else, I'm very flattered that someone copied it. But at the same time, you know that it's not, we didn't make it.
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah.
Well, right on, John. Well, how we like to do it, bro. Let's go back in time. Let's go back to your childhood. Let's find that.
Way back there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as far as you can, dude. I always say as far as you can. The earliest memory where you connected with music somehow, because everybody hears music before they realize what music is, and then all of a sudden that click happens where your attention is drawn towards it. You know.
I'd say like just MTV when they were
Nice.
playing music videos. Yeah, I was just
Right.
listening to like I liked all of them. You know, like the late '90s, early 2000s. To like I think they stopped like showing music videos in like the mid 2000s. I think.
Yeah,
or late.
yeah.
So yeah, that when Sum 41 was Blink 182, all that stuff like Korn, System of a Down, all those music videos like they all stood out. And then
I've said it
How
many
old were
times.
you?
how old am I? I'm
Oh,
33.
I mean, at that time.
uh, I'm 10 maybe. I don't know.
10. Oh, yeah. Okay. Damn. Okay. Early.
The 33. Yeah, he's 5 years younger
Yeah.
than me, and I always say I was eating my cereal watching System of a Down videos. Is it
Yeah.
still fucking frozen? All
Sorry.
right, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop talking about it. I'm just gonna keep
Oh
going.
no, you
dude.
just came on for
Yeah, there you
now.
go. Yeah.
All right, I'm
I mean,
just
kind
gonna.
of.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
just
stop.
let's. I think that's
Every time I hear you giggle, though, when I
Sorry,
you pull me
I
off,
put it on full screen and it makes me laugh. I'm sorry.
yeah, I know, and then it throws me off.
Sorry.
But I always say, like, eating my cereal before school, it would
Yep.
be a bunch of new metal videos, and
Yeah.
I mean other popular shit at that time too. But I'm saying I would catch a Mudvayne video, I would catch a System of a Down video, a Slipknot Wait and Bleed video or something, and it
Yeah.
would like kickstart my day, dude. Like literally, like,
Yeah.
oh my god, because you're waiting for it, you know. Like that's the whole thing
Yeah.
about like watching MTV at the time was you didn't know the playlist, you didn't know what they were gonna play, you didn't know when. So
We
you
didn't
know,
have the
even
access to all the media that we have now. We have all this. We can just hear anything. I can hear System of a Down right now. Just like literally tap a button and I can hear it. Back then, it was like whatever they put on. Like, oh fuck, they're putting on. I was a big Corn dude back in the day too. So I was like, fucking every time they'd be on TRL, I was like in junior high. Like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna go watch the Corn video, dude. And like,
I remember setting up the VCR to record to try and catch the Mudvayne Dig video.
Damn.
And I finally did because I heard 2 seconds of the intro of the song because that's how that
so you
video
record,
starts.
you're all play
It's
and
like-
record at the same time.
Yeah. And I was just like, this has got to be it. Boom. And then I got it, dude. And that's another thing too, is to snag a song off the radio or to snag a song
with
like
your tape.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
totally,
My
dude.
older brother would do that.
You would
Like,
feel super accomplished if you
Yeah.
you know, got what you wanted. You know, I'm like waiting for this one song to come on the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, totally.
Yeah, it's pretty
No.
cool. Yeah, it's fun times. I think that was like a really good time for music, even though the industry was kind of fucked up. But it made some like real fans, I think.
So were you born and raised in the Bay Area, or were you?
No, I was born and raised over there in the Philippines. I moved here when I was like 14, 15 or something.
Oh no
Okay,
shit.
okay.
Yeah.
So that's pretty late to come over here. So my question to you is well, many questions, but I'm saying for that, did you learn English before you came over, or was it a kind of a spontaneous thing?
It was a required thing as a kid over there because you were colonized by the Americans for a while.
Mm.
There's
Okay.
there's like, how you call that, like
Yeah.
a base there.
Okay.
So and I think
I'm unfortunately not versed in fucking certain histories, dude, and I know that it's like we're everywhere. So
yeah.
you know it.
Well, I think the Spaniards was everywhere first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they were the first ones, and I guess America came in later, like way later, way
Mhm.
later.
So it was already part of your childhood and learning.
Yeah, and then American culture is pretty big there.
Being bilingual is such a common thing elsewhere in the world. We're such lazy fuckers over here.
I
dude.
know.
You know.
I know.
I took Spanish in high school and I don't remember shit. You know,
Yeah.
it's just we're lazy, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're spoiled out here, but everything is here though. It's cool, like like you can get a guitar here. If
Yeah,
you're over
so
there,
how-
you have to like get it from a different country or some shit.
Right.
So how would you do that back then? Like, let's say, like, if you wanted to start jamming, or like you had an interest in playing guitar, you're in the Philippines. How do you get a guitar?
I don't know about for guitar. A lot of people play acoustic. That's why a lot of people play acoustic guitar there.
Mhm.
I remember
Mhm.
my older brother would build his own drum set out of like tin cans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which I always thought that was the coolest thing, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah, and then he got in the band, and that kind of gave me like, oh shit, like that's kind of cool. He's playing guitar and all that. But I didn't really get into music till I got here.
Okay.
So like I got here, then I left for like a month. Like I went to go build a school in Africa for a month, And then that's
Yeah.
when I figured out that I want to be a musician when I came back.
So no, okay, you came over at 14, but there was no connection to music. Not being
Not
a
yet.
musician, but
Yeah.
I'm saying like you didn't have songs that you wanted to hear. There were songs that your parents were listening to that caught your attention. Nothing like that.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. Yeah.
Was it traditional like Filipino music?
Over there's really no traditional Filipino music.
Mm.
Like
Okay.
there's a genre there called OPM. It's supposed to be called original Filipino music
Yeah.
or Pinoy music.
What does it
But it's,
resemble?
dude, it's just a cover of popular songs in the United
Oh,
States.
okay.
Oh,
So it's like the
okay.
karaoke. I know.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
very karaoke culture over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, even actors and actresses, like you have to make an album at some point in your career, even though you don't sing that good.
Yeah.
No shit. So if you're an actor, an actress, you
Yeah,
gotta make an album.
yeah. Even Manny Pacquiao has his own album too.
That's
No
true.
shit.
Yeah, I heard
I,
that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
it's not like I know the entertainment industry there, how it works, but if you're a big actor, for sure, you're gonna eventually have an album.
Wow.
It's like taking the old WWF, WWE. Remember when like there was like a popular wrestler like Hulk Hogan had an album and like fucking
Yeah.
Randy-
Like John Cena or something. Yeah.
yeah. It's like
I
you
mean,
gotta have an album.
I was going to say that is a sliver of the culture over here. There's eventually, especially like before now, it was common, back in the 80s and 90s for people who weren't musicians to have an album, and
Yeah.
so they took that and just ran with it, basically.
Yeah.
Like all the celebrities
Yeah.
have to make a song.
Yeah.
Well, the singer from what's the singer from fuck? What's the most like the famous American band? Fuck. He
30
was like,
Seconds to Mars. Is that what you-
no, it's fuck. It was like one of the most popular classic rock hits in like the world. I can't even think of it. Whenever I drink anything, I can't think of anything. But they found him from a karaoke bar.
Oh,
Journey.
Journey.
Yeah.
Journey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just like
How
that's how
trippy is
big.
that?
Yeah,
Think about
that's
that
I know.
And
know,
then wrap your head around that.
I know. I mean, he's got to wrap his head. I can't believe for him coming from his lifestyle and being like, Journey wants you to sing for them. It's like, what the fuck? Like completely changing your lifestyle around.
Well, that's synchronicity, dude. That's like because you're just like this guy who just, hey, dude, we're gonna go to this bar every Thursday night, and I'm just gonna wail out, dude. And it gets better and better every time, and then just one time, somebody who knows Journey or somebody's waltzed into that bar, and witnessed it organically, and was like, yo, this, and it was at a time that they needed a singer, and boom. Here he is, guys, and it just
And he's still there.
He's still there.
and he's
Yeah, it's
still
been like
rocking, dude.
He's like 10 years, more than 10 years now.
yeah, it's been over a decade for sure. That's crazy.
Have you heard that album that he's in though?
No.
Dude, so like a couple months ago, I got a library card here in SF.
Mm-hmm.
So like I can borrow like 100 CDs a day, right? So I was just like I was going back and forth, in between my drives. I'll just listen to albums because they're like, I need to discover new music, and I felt like that's the best way to do it. Like I was just giving all the albums a shot, whatever I find there,
Mm-hmm.
and then like that Journey album was pretty good, pretty fucking good.
Nice.
Yeah, people need to like
Ian-
know about
Ian-
that.
I gotta give a shout out to Ian McDonald. He's in the chat. He's already corrected me, so they found him on MySpace.
Oh, I
See,
put it on
that's
the screen
what
already.
you give me a couple pieces of information, dude. I'll make a whole story out of it. It's not necessarily going to be true, but that's how I took in that information. You told me that dude was a karaoke singer, and then he becomes the singer of Journey. I make the story in my head where somebody just naturally walked into the bar he was doing karaoke at. It's a movie type situation,
No,
it's like writing a script.
It's like a Tim Ripper Owens for Judas Priest. I think that was the same kind of like how they found him. Well, I mean, not in the Philippines, but they like found him like doing a cover of, I think I can't think. I almost said the Philippines again.
There's a lot of singers out there.
Judas Priest. He's going to cover Judas Priest, and they were having some sort of separation with the singer and the singer. Jeez, that's how bad I am with the names right now. But literally,
Halford, bro.
Rob
Come on.
Halford. Like I can't remember my dad's name right now.
Do you
But
know a little bit of the story behind that? Like, actually, like, I've met the original drum from Death Angel, Andy. Like, he donated some drums to us recently, and then I ended up meeting all these older guys in that circle of like metal scene at
mhm,
a bar one time, and we were just chatting it up, and he was telling me about the story behind how Rob Halford left Judas Priest,
mhm.
because I think that's around the time he did Fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like if you look at all the bands that was from the 80s, early 90s, bleeding into like the late 90s, everybody went rock.
Mhm.
And that's why he left Judas Priest to like do that shit.
Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah. Like
That's crazy.
and you look at all the mid career of these guys like Death Angel and all those people, they have a rock phase where like they were using like Les Pauls
Yep.
and like dreadlocks and like stuff like that. It's really interesting.
It's kind of morph into the times.
Yeah.
Like kind of like yeah.
Yeah. So we're spent like the modern musicians now. Like we all know all that shit, and we can still be like whatever we want, and it's like
Yeah.
there's no industry standards anymore.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of just
definitely.
all like folded in on itself and become just like this blah type of thing where you can just do whatever you want, dude. And that's the thing too, is like when you get older, the judgment decreases. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
Joel and I
definitely.
have probably talked about this on the show plenty of times, but back in the mid early 90s, you were very judged by what you listened to, how you looked, and all this kind of shit. But now that's one thing about today that I love, is that everybody is free to express
Yeah,
themselves
which they
however
should
they
be.
want,
You know,
you
like
know?
Yeah.
it's just evolution. I think I'm really interested in like what's gonna happen next because like we think right now is like everything is open, everything is no boundaries. What's gonna be the next 10 years? Like
Yeah. No.
That's basically why I wanted to get you guys on or Hemorrhage on. I was basically watching you guys and I was like, that's a new idea I've never seen. Everyone's got these new, I'm gonna fucking make a coffee pot with our band name, things like that, and then like things that don't really make sense to me. Obviously with the whole streaming platforms and stuff, we all everything's so easily accessible and free now.
yeah.
Um, I like the fact that fucking I walked out of a show. It was the Opeth I was telling him earlier. I mean, we're still in the timeline, but I'm gonna go back to it. But that's basically just opening things up. People with new ideas coming out, going like, you know what? We don't need to fucking have a label anymore. We don't need to do. We don't need to have a promoter anymore. We don't need a booking agent, which me and Anthony have had, and we've gone through all the the stretches of booking agents and labels and stuff. And the fact that you guys found this kind of like cheat code around it and go like, bam, like there's 3,000 people at the show. Cool. They're all gonna leave seeing us, and you guys sneak in, and we'll talk about that later. But
Yeah.
it's it's so unique and
Yeah, I love
cool.
that, dude. And
Yeah.
I love that attitude. That attitude is starting to influence the bigger bands that are on these tours that are run by the fucking puppet masters,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But some guys are saying fuck that, and they're saying
Yeah.
they're going on their social media, posting a picture. Here's what our vans look like. This is what our van looks like. Go to
Yeah.
that van in the parking lot. That's where the merch is going to be, because we don't want to spend the 20-30% that fucking this venue is charging us to sell merch inside their doors.
Yeah.
So we'll go outside their doors. We'll play inside their doors, come outside the doors, buy it from us. We don't have to fucking pay anybody anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad that like it's something is coming out of it because this is like the kind of the frustration that I've got for years, and I just kept thinking about it, figuring it out. Because like I've been on those like booking my own tour, like the fucking promoters don't respond.
Yeah.
Right.
It is
Yeah,
like takes
yeah.
weeks, and like I remember that my first tour that I've ever booked, I spent I think 2 months staying late at night doing research, asking bands, asking this and that, and then like we only got half the shows filled, and then some of those got canceled on our way there, and
Yeah.
it just sucks. And then like I'm looking at my guys, they're like I felt like I failed them,
Yeah.
Totally.
like
Dude.
I'm wasting you guys' time fucking
It's
going
even
to
been
the
the
store.
same thing with me and Anthony. Like we've been on tours that were booked professionally and everything, and then all of a sudden finds out, oh, this show's canceled. Oh, all your guarantees are reduced. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
We're like fish out of water in the beginning. Like going like, okay,
Young
like
bucks, like
yeah,
shit,
we thought we made it because we were signed, and we thought like
Yeah.
on
everything
a
was just
cool
gonna be
label.
handed, to us, and
What
like not
label was
handed,
it?
but I mean, I don't want to shit shit on them.
It's all good. If you can't tell me later. But yeah,
Yeah, I'll tell you later. But I mean,
yeah,
it wasn't the label's fault. It was just the turnouts and the hype of the tour just turned
yeah.
out
The
like
routing wasn't the best, and the
yeah,
management company was kind of shoddy.
That
yeah,
that
yeah,
was that was the another thing that like
I
I
mean,
didn't like about
that's what
booking
it is. I
shows.
mean, it was still like cool that things were organized and laid out for us. Your little snicker, fucking
Sorry, I'll mute
you
when
know,
I laugh. I'll mute when I laugh.
is it that bad still?
We get like a couple movements from you that a different freeze.
This is
So
fucked, guys. This is totally fucked.
it's fun for me though. I don't know.
So
I
I
like
think you should try to like
As long
pause.
as you got, as long as there's no pausing in the way I'm talking, then it's fine. Whatever. I don't care if
Yeah,
people
I
see
don't mind.
me.
It happens.
But that it's just unprofessional. I
You
wish
just
it.
said you're totally frozen.
Whatever.
no, whatever. We can hear your voice. I just can't see your mannerism, so it's all good.
Which is whatever. But yeah, I really enjoy that aspect of just like I'm gonna take it all by I'm gonna take the reins myself and just fucking steer this ship into the path that I want it to go, and really just just taking it because that seems like a big thing to take on if you want your band to actually be a source of income too. You actually got to do a lot of work. You gotta keep doing the shows. You got to keep selling the merch.
Yeah.
So what's social media like with you guys? Do you guys push on social media hard or no?
We post like consistently. Well, we have like a good fan base now. So
And one thing they
people,
do actually that John that I really there's just so many smart things about this band that they have their shirts hanging in the background when they're playing, and they have a QR code right there on their fucking bus. So if someone wants to know what the fuck's going on, be like, I like this band. Bam, take a picture of it, or fucking, click the
yeah,
link that comes through a picture. Bam, you're on their website. Like, I was like, fuck, man, these guys got it all figured out. We were fucking paying all
it's
these
a
booking
lot of
agents.
thinking, man. It's a lot of
Yeah, I
thinking,
know.
and
It's smart. It's smart. And
yeah,
that's why I was like, I wanted to one thing I was telling John before we started the podcast, I was like, one thing I really don't want from this is like bands to start copying them and like doing the same thing because there'll just be like a traffic jam of bands trying to show up like at the same
yeah,
space or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah,
and it's a smart idea, and it just shows like there's other ways and other avenues that are outside the box that you can think
yeah,
of that aren't just like selling CDs, which cars aren't even having CD players nowadays. There's just like
yeah,
certain things like that where you can think as a band and try to make up an idea that makes sense and get yourself out there without having to go through the label, booking agent, all these things, and just like go straight to the fucking source.
yeah. And it's at the end of the day, what matters is between the artist and the people.
Yeah, yeah,
Right. That's all
Everybody
that
else
matters.
is in between.
yeah,
And then and
All the in betweens are just trying to siphon a little something off of the situation
yeah,
between you and your fans.
yeah,
yeah, yeah, definitely. Uh, they see it as a business music,
yeah, yeah,
how our band is like music business. Like we
yep,
take care of the music, and then we'll find a way to like monetize whatever we can to be an actual business. Like the whole idea of like being like a food truck company. We took ideas from like small businesses that we worked with when we were screen printing for those people.
mhm,
Because when I was screen printing for all these clients, I would talk business with them, and
Mhm.
that's how I
definitely,
formulated an idea of like, all right, this whole music thing, I shouldn't be thinking about it going to a label, getting this and getting that, rather than like if I'm a food truck company or I'm a chef who's trying to make it myself. What am I gonna do? Get a food truck.
yep.
I totally looked at it like the food truck thing, bro.
I
It's
know,
like
totally.
instead of serving food, you're serving art and music, dude.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
it brings
because
people
there's so
together too. So
yeah, it's the same. I mean, same thing. It's like there's a bunch of workers working that need to eat too. It's like a bunch of metalheads need to eat too. Like they need to
Yeah,
listen,
dude.
or like and thrash heads and punk heads, and
And you know what's
sit
funny
there.
is that there's the guys that are always like, I'm gonna go out to dinner, I'm gonna gorge, and then after that, I'm still gonna go probably eat something else somewhere else. And that's the thing. Going to a show, come out, you're like, I'm still not full, dude. Oh shit, Hemorage is right here in a fucking box truck,
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
I'm gonna get dessert right now, dude. You know?
and what's better than a party, an after party?
That's true. That's what
Yeah.
everyone's kind of looking forward to, kind of. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it's all those ideas at one. I was like, Jesus, man,
yeah,
nailed it.
yeah.
But
Totally, dude.
going back to like your history. So I mean, you're coming to the States and stuff. So when did you start picking up guitar and start like what was like were you playing with people? Who taught you? Did you teach yourself?
I taught myself to play bass first. Ironically enough, like we don't have a bass player,
I
but
know, right?
yeah, yeah. So I did that, and I found this like after school program where like they were teaching guitar. So I recruited all those people to be in my band.
Where were you located at this
Potrero
time?
Hill in San
Okay.
Francisco. It's
Yeah,
called
yeah.
International Studies Academy, but it doesn't exist anymore though, which kind of sucks because I want to go back there and do a speech one day, but it's
There
never
you
gonna
go.
happen.
Ah, shit. Damn it.
Yeah, I want to be like how like on MTV where like Blink-182 goes back to their high school and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, I want that moment.
we
That
have a
moment.
funny story about that. I have a funny story real quick about that, and I'll leave names out of it, but a member of a band that me and Anthony have been in, which kind of narrows it down. Um, they were doing a speech at the high school. So our guitar player went to that high school and was at that speech.
Yeah,
And I guess like our guitar player at the time was all about like crass and like crust and was not about like he was like an older. I guess he's older than us, but he was like the Blink-182 thing bummed him out. He was like
Right.
the old school punk guy. He's like fuck this shit, kind of like
Yeah.
and
yeah,
like
Which I would have
he
been too.
yeah, and he was like, I think Tom DeLonge was like, "Why don't you guys like want to be? You guys just have to just be rich like me," or said something like that to him, and then ran off like and had the whole school chasing him, and then our guitar player was behind him, just going like, "You fucking sellout piece of shit, fuck you!" Like behind him, and
really.
and Tom DeLonge turned around and was like, "What's your problem, man?" And they squared up and almost fought,
Oh shit.
and then
I
This is a
remember
big
this story.
dude. John DeLong is a
My
tall
shit was
guy.
just
yeah.
attitude, but I remember this story.
Yeah, and then like the manager of Blink-182 broke him up and then handed this person Blink-182. He's like, dude, just Blink-182 tickets for tonight. And he's just all whoop. He's all fucking and like, but yeah, but I know what you're talking about. Like as far
And then
as
he
like,
listened to His Heroes Gone for the rest of the night because he's
yeah,
a serious motherfucker.
No, but
Shout
seriously, I
out.
mean, that's what like
He know,
you
if
know.
he's listening, he knows who he
Oh,
is.
he would be blowing up the chat right now if he was listening.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, still though, that's you want to like be able to accomplish something and go back to where you started and be like, fuck yeah, this place is the shit. This is where it all came from, right?
Yeah, I wanted to do that, but like I can't do that with my high school. But I can do that when. I've been thinking about it the last couple of days actually. If I go back to Africa and like do a tour there,
Oh yeah.
that'd be sick. That'd be
What
a
part of
full
Africa?
circle. West Africa,
Okay.
Mali. Yeah, I went to the village there and like, and that they taught me, the sense of community
Mhm.
and how you call it, like drum circles every night.
That's
You know,
sick.
so like I would join in, and I remember the very first drum circle that I joined in. It felt so good. It's like euphoric. I can't even describe what it was.
No.
That's like a collective consciousness type thing, dude,
Yeah.
where people get together and you find the common wavelength, and then once you're in it, you're like, oh shit, this is hypnotic. I'm adding to something that's happening right
Yeah.
now, and
Yeah.
I'm feeling it reverberate back to me,
Yeah. It's all being spread around. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And like that's what like I want to be a musician after that.
Yeah.
And I'm still at it and like still chasing that feeling. Or maybe I chase it all the time, but
That's cool. So that's
Just
probably
be-
where that came from, is to like to
Yeah.
give the people shit, just like we're
Not
giving it to
only you have
for
an
free
audience,
and
but yeah, you're involved in creating something, plus there's an audience and you're part of the dude.
yeah.
It totally makes sense. So when was it, so you make that decision, then tell us about like your steps to get towards that from that point.
Yeah. Well, that I gathered up my guys, and then like tried writing songs, and then like I realized that like, oh shit, I need to write songs, so I learned how to play a guitar. So like from that, over the summer I learned how to play guitar, and then like I started writing more songs, and we just kept going, no matter what. And like now we're here.
Definitely.
But
So
like
what were
there's
you?
like a lot more stories to it. But that's the basic thing.
Yeah, yeah. Let's dive in. I mean, so I mean, guitar. So you're playing guitar. Like, what were you? What was like a song or something that you heard? Anthony's just gone. I have to pee too. He fucking took my pee spot. What's a song that like you first learned, or a style of music that fucking took everything over, where you were like, I gotta start picking up guitar and playing it.
Oh man, like I really got into like AC/DC, like
Hmm.
Metallica and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And then like, and I went back to my early childhood. Like, some 41 was the shit
yeah, yeah.
then, like with all that all killer no filler stuff. So like when I was formulating like to make a band, is either like, all right, I would do am I going to the punk direction or the metal direction? But
Hmm.
obviously I picked metal more than the punk side.
Yeah.
But like
Which I mean, you found thrash as kind of like the happy medium. You know.
yeah, yeah. Also, like being around the local scene a lot. Like I went to all shows, like after high school and stuff like that.
Were you
Like
going to
all
the
these
pound at
people.
all?
I didn't catch the pound era.
Okay, okay,
It was like way after I started getting to the scene. Like
okay.
uh, I think it was like 2009. That's when I started
Yep.
really getting deep into the scene. Um, that tidal wave, 2009.
Real quick, let me just add to the pound thing. That blip that happened with the pound, that just shows that even though you and me are only 5 years different, I had an amazing experience with the pound, and you never experienced it. It just
Yeah, we just heard stories about it. It's really cool
right.
stories about it.
But that just trips me out that situation can happen, but
Yeah,
at the same time, with how many lifetimes have happened and how things change, of course that's going to happen. But it's just weird for being from my position, where I'm like, I had such a deep connection with that place, and
yeah,
you're only 5 years difference, and you didn't even experience it. And I wish that place was still going today,
yeah,
for everybody to experience it the way that I did.
yeah. And a lot of bands came out of that too. Like I heard stories of like, so I got into like music, deep into music in like in the late 2000s, right? Like listening to like Trivium, bleeding through all that metalcore era stuff.
Right, right, right.
But I would hear stories of like before those guys blew up like that, they were playing at the Pound,
Mhm.
and then
Mhm.
like, wow, this is
I saw Lamb of God with like 25 people in the crowd.
yeah, dude, that's fucking crazy,
Isn't
But
that
like,
crazy?
but it shows you like how long it takes sometimes, like yeah,
No, totally, dude. And you got to hit those spots where and those little I like to call them sanctuaries for people to, no matter what's going on in your life and where you're at, you have this one thing to look forward to at the end of the week. This show's coming through town. You got X amount of people that are going to be there because you're just part of this little tight knit community,
yeah,
and even if it's not a band that everybody's really stoked on, you're going to have some people that are part of that community there, and you're going to continue, just weaving yourself into this
yeah,
little crowd that happens around those places. And I'm fortunate enough to have it, and I wish that it could have kept going. That's what I just
yeah,
said. I wish the people could have, and there are people out there from other scenes and other places around the world that have those same venues,
yeah,
and I'm happy for those people to have those too. But I just always think about these little bubbles of people in, the outskirts of places where they don't have those venues, and they can't experience these
yeah,
uh experiences that we're talking about right now.
yeah.
But yeah.
It happens. That's another reason why we built the bus.
Totally,
We'll
dude.
never get
You're,
evicted.
you're bringing it to the people. That's what
Yeah,
it is. It's like
yeah,
that actually just goes right off of what I just said. It's like
yeah,
some people can't get to it. Well, you're bringing it to the people.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. That was the big thing because like the late the early teens, this when like gentrification was starting to happen. Like all these venues was closing left and right, dude, for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was scary, man. Seeing
Yeah,
that
yeah,
and yeah, you can never not have a place to play with the
yeah.
bus. You know, like
Because there's so many bands at the same time, so it's hard to book.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
definitely.
well when that happened, we actually threw shows at Taqueria, fucking like rehearsal spaces.
See,
Yeah,
I love that, dude. I love that attitude of like, fuck it, dude. We're gonna do a show no matter what, dude. It doesn't matter. And that's almost like, because Joel and I, we love podcasts, we love comedy. So listen to comedians talk about their come up. That's really
Yeah.
no different, dude. Just like, I gotta get a set in. I'm gonna do it at a fucking restaurant in the waiting area, and my punchlines are going to be stepped on by people getting their names called for their tables, you know.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But
It really be like that though. The hustle's real though.
it
No,
is,
Yeah,
dude, and I love that. It really
yeah,
makes me happy that there's still the DIY grind, and yeah, dude, because I mean now we're like a couple decades into this shit. I just want to see the younger kids still doing the work, dude, you
I'm
know.
trying. Yeah, I'm trying to see like the allure now. I mean, with all the social media, like, what's the allure of having? I mean, we're on labels, so I don't want to talk too much shit. But of having a label, you know what I mean? Like with
yeah,
all the social media, if you get like a big enough following, you don't really. I mean, if you want to do tours with the biggest of the big bands, for sure, you need a label.
yeah.
But you still could get
Maybe.
there.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, man. We'll change that soon.
No, no, totally. That's what I'm saying because it's like I said with the CDs, like we're Anthony and I just signed a contract and they're like, oh, this many CDs, this many. I'm like, CDs, like, like I
Yeah.
feel like I don't really don't need to worry about that right now because everyone's got a fucking computer in their phone and they're just
Yeah,
like listening to things all quick. So that's going to be like not very much money you're making as a band. It's going to be like, how
Mhm.
are you going to market yourself or like somehow bring something new to the table that people are going to be like, what the fuck is that? Because it's kind of like a innovation style period of our humanity where like it's like, oh, I can touch a button and a cab comes,
yeah,
it's like, and then everyone uses it, and like it's like one of those kind of innovation eras, and it's
yeah,
cool to see like music and bands try something different rather than going the let's do the hard grind for 10, 15 years and see if we can maybe get on a tour, like a good tour, you know what I mean? It's like
yeah,
let's just bring it to them and be like, no, cut all that shit out.
yeah. Well, I don't know how much creative input you guys got on your CDs, but we're actually started selling CDs. We sold out CDs like 3 or 4 times last year,
Damn. I mean,
and
it's just
like
me. For me, I bought a car recently. I mean,
yeah,
2 years ago, and it's still like no CD player in the car. It's like, and like my phone's just like my phone just goes in the thing and just goes like like
yeah,
fucking Spotify on my screen on my fucking car, and
yeah,
it's like
There are still guys like me from
I
our
have vinyl
generation
back
that
here. I don't have
still
a
like
I don't
to.
have a
I
fucking record
love to
player.
have the
You
CD
know,
still. If I really want it,
I'm
I
collecting
gotta get
vinyl
the
though.
CD.
I want a big CD. Like I want like the big version of it. I'm not gonna open it,
yeah,
but I'm gonna listen to it on
yeah,
the easy because I've bought into it and it sucks, but I'm bummed about it. But I bought into the Spotify thing. But I'm gonna buy if I like a band, I'm gonna buy merch and I'm gonna buy a fucking like
yeah,
something physical that I can hold that's cool to be like
yeah.
add to a collection. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's just other ways to like really like make it like how we sold our CDs. We screen printed on the cover, so
Okay.
like they're not just getting the CD, they're getting like this really cool, uh, authentic thing that we do. Like even with our vinyls too. Our
Yeah,
vinyl
yeah.
says like an NFT chip embedded in it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like you scan it with your phone, and it goes directly to the NFT file where you can listen and own the music there.
Yeah.
No shit.
I was
So
And
thinking with the whole NFT, I mean,
NFTs can be audio too. Then
audio and video, yeah,
yeah, I was
yeah,
hearing that something along the lines of music industry getting involved with that and having like NFTs be like you can support artists directly and just like
Yeah,
support them and give them money through and which I'm
yeah, because
still
like, and you can sell the NFT file that you own from that band, and that band still get royalties from it.
damn.
So it's a never-ending royalty is whoever sells it. Like if your band were to like blow up, like
Yeah.
the value of that NFT is also gonna go high.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely.
I'm gonna respond to a couple things in the chat real quick. Little David Corross is in the chat. What up, dude?
I know
Yeah,
it's going on the
dude.
screen. I don't think you're seeing it.
No, I can see. You put it on the screen? Whatever.
Yeah, but you're frozen.
CD and vinyl. Am I still frozen? God damn it. CD and vinyl at home. Yeah, dude, that's exactly how I do it, dude. Like if I'm gonna on the go, obviously I'm gonna use the digital, just whatever. But at home, I'm breaking out CDs. I'm doing the whole
With the
ritual
vinyl
of
though, it's been like when I go to someone's house, it's kind of that has like they're like into vinyl. One cool
Yeah,
thing about that is that they'll like pick an album and they just put it on and we all listen to it front to back. We just like
yeah,
fucking
dude.
and we all
and,
like
and you really have
yeah
to pay attention to it because you have to flip it.
yeah like no one's like no let me pick this song. And that's one thing that actually is annoying about this new generation of music is that now with this like downstairs at my house it's like a fucking we have the connection of an iPhone you could do to our Apple TV and just
Yeah,
well no let me put on the next song. It's just like constant like this like
It's just
fight
one
over
song, yeah.
yeah people like want to like they want to put on their thing when it's rather it used to just be like the thing's on, so let's like be
yeah,
humans and hang out, let's not
And
like
if
fight
you
over the music.
and if you notice, like a lot of the popular songs are less than 3 minutes long now,
Yeah
because
yeah,
they if it's a song that most people are going to be like, oh, I'm down with this song, but it's only 2.5 minutes long, they're going to want to listen to it twice so they get double the hits
yep
from that one
you
listen.
can make micro content with it. Like I don't know if you guys are fuck with TikTok. That's the reason why
Oh
the
yeah,
TikTok
that's good. I
started
feel like that's
changing.
great for
Yeah,
bands. I mean, I haven't. I know the Entheos,
yeah,
Cheney and Naveen, like they were making that shit down the street for me, and they were like, and the next day, be like 3 million views or something in like a couple days, and I was like,
yeah,
what the
Yeah,
fuck?
I can't even get a computer or internet to work, dude, or the lights to
yeah.
fucking stay on where
Don't
I'm
worry about
at,
the lights,
dude.
dude. Your lights are
Dude,
fine.
talking about TikTok, I don't even have a clock on the wall,
But it
dude.
was for a new band because I know that John's kind of involved in like trying to figure out the
No, I know,
DIY
I'm just
shit for
fucking around.
TikTok for a band though. How does that work? How would you do that if you're a band coming up?
If
Actually,
if
for a
if
podcast
we're
too.
our band is very different. We don't follow any trends, but I'll tell you exactly what everybody else is doing. That's
Yeah,
getting a lot of views. It's turning yourself into a personality rather than
yeah,
your
yeah,
music. Like if you look at like Lorna Shore or
yeah.
um who else? Ronnie Radke, the Fonz from Attila. They're
Mm-hmm.
all the music is becoming less and less important rather than their
Then
personalities.
the image, yeah.
The image. If TikTok is all about faces, uh,
Yeah, yeah.
so if you don't show your face like up close like that, you won't get views.
Hmm.
That's why we're very strong on Instagram because like a lot of people are seeing a third point of view of our band.
Yeah.
It's just like we're sharing just videos of other people. But like with TikTok, it doesn't beat the algorithm because we're not showing our face and not going, "Hey, what's up, guys? We're doing this."
Isn't that
I
crazy?
recent
And now it's like an art to beat the out, like somehow how the like. Well, yesterday I posted something about you guys. We'll just talk about this real quick. I used the word guerrilla like in the old like guerrilla warfare, guerrilla. I think is
guerrilla
what is
style.
going yeah
Yeah.
guerrilla style, and no one saw the fucking post, and I was like, what the fuck? Like this is not normal for no one. It's like the algorithms will just be like, no, we're going to take you out. Just go ahead and take you out, and like put
He
it away,
changed
and
that
then
word today and then more people saw it.
I know. I just changed a word. I figured that would be a bad word for the algorithm somehow.
That's what,
Guerrilla.
actually when we were talking about it, breaking the fourth wall outside of the show, we're talking about that. I'm like, oh shit, dude, we made this post and absolutely compared to the last 3 or 4 weeks that we've been having our, episode has been tons of
And
interaction.
it was straight up zero. It was zero.
It was
You know,
zero.
if I posted a picture of I pulled like hair off my ass and took a picture of it, like it
You
would
would
get
have
like
got more likes.
yeah. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, there's something's going weird. So yeah, finding the algorithms for a band, and I know that there's Chance, I'm sorry, Chance and Jared and stuff are really involved in that. Like they have these funnels that they find and like these algorithms they find to like promote bands and stuff. It's
So
like
wait, let me just real quick before you finish that.
yeah.
This is something that I wanted to mention about that because, and props to Jared and Chance for doing that. And I'm not saying that that isn't the way to go, but I recently listened to Louis C.K. on Chris DeStefano's podcast, and they had gotten onto the same exact subject. And Louis C.K. is like, "Fuck the algorithm, dude." The algorithm makes you shave off pieces of yourself to make a new version of yourself to fit within that algorithm,
Yeah.
you know? And the best way to do art or do anything is to fully be yourself. So why shave pieces of yourself off to fit into one groove when you can keep grinding and sometimes make your own groove, you
That's
know?
why the labels out there. That's what they try to make you do.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Exactly.
that's what most of these bands, most of these big bands. If you really, really, if you look really, really close, right? There's the same graphic designer, the same everything is the same. Like Nuclear Blast bands,
Mm-hmm.
uh, if, if they have their own identity, if you look at all their bands, and then like you study that, they all have common posts and like everybody's doing behind the scenes kind of stuff. You
Yeah.
know, that's what kind of creates that whole algorithm thing that like people like smaller bands like us cannot break through. But at the same
The,
time, we make our own crowd, even though we're pushing. We may be pushing like I don't know, like a quarter of the number that all those labels are pushing,
Mm-hmm.
but we're still doing really good
No, you guys are doing great.
because we're 100% of the profit goes to
It's
us.
like a human
Mhm.
algorithm that you guys have
Yeah,
started, like an actual live
yeah,
in-person algorithm. People are going to start coming to it.
One
yeah.
other thing in that algorithm conversation that I was listening to that totally blew my mind, and I didn't think about this until he had said it this way, Louis C.K. He had said, with the algorithm, you're trying to get the attention of an artificial intelligence. You're
Yeah.
literally, hey, I'm over here, computer, check me out. Like you're waving your hands and then hoping that it's gonna look your way and then add you to whatever thing, you know. And it just trips me out that yeah, we're human trying to gather the attention of an artificial intelligence in order to be put in front of other humans.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, it's only focused on, it's on focused on hits and it's focused on stuff like that, but I mean, that's why it's so cool what you guys are doing. It's basically like you guys know the platforms and stuff and whatever, like yeah, follow us, but at the same time, like you can't walk out of a show without seeing us. So
Yeah,
so good luck. You got to see us. You got to see us.
yeah.
Yeah.
We got that shit on lockdown, man. Because
No AI, no AI is going to keep you
yeah,
from us
Yeah.
here.
yeah,
You
This
know,
this
it,
I could stop you.
yeah,
Not
yeah. It's like
AI.
we want to get to the point where we're undeniable. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't matter how what you think about our music or anything like that. You have to respect what we do.
So what would you think
totally.
actually about this, John? Because I can see what you guys are doing is it's already. I mean, for me, I immediately caught my attention.
Hmm.
Um, what would you? I can now that we're kind of talking about this, I can kind of see. Fuck, I almost don't want to say this out loud, but I can kind of see promoters being like, "All right, we got a fucking hemorrhage spot in the front, and we got fucking the bands and blah blah." What would you do if like a promoter reached out and was like, "Hey," they're slowly trying to bring you into the kind of poisonous thing that you're kind of trying to fight? Like how would you, and they'll start blocking off shit or something, you know what I mean? Like what do you do from there? Like
We'll
what's
figure it out. Well,
I won't, don't tell me, don't
we
tell me.
don't really have a plan. To be honest, I
Yeah.
don't know what to tell you because we don't really have a plan. All I
Yeah.
know that if you like that kind of music, we like that kind of music. Chances are we're gonna be there.
Yeah.
And like if you're a promoter trying to block us, like everyone's gonna know that you're a hater.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
the most weirdest show you've set up outside after?
The Grammys recently was a weird one.
The Grammys.
Yeah, it was a weird one.
It's so good.
Yeah,
So good.
dude.
yeah. And then
How fast do the cops come? The Grammys.
you know what the funny thing is? A lot of people think that that we get shut down a lot. You actually don't get shut down as often as you think we do.
Yeah.
There's
What's your normal set time? What's your set time?
Like this run is like 20-30 minutes.
I was gonna say 20.
In the
Before
first-
they can even get there. Like
In the first year that we were doing it, we were only playing 6 songs, which is 15 minutes. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So now we extended it, and we're still getting away with it. Sometimes they become fans, and then they like tell us like, oh, you guys should go across the street or something like that, or like, like go further down the block, or like they just let us finish because they
That's
what's worse than are you gonna stop us?
Yeah.
With our 100.
Yeah, the
crowd's
crowd's
not
not
crowd.
causing any fucking havoc.
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah.
enjoying the show.
And we don't suck. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you guys definitely don't suck, dude.
if we
I
suck, I
enjoyed
think we
listening
won't get
to
away
you
with
guys.
it.
No, definitely.
That was the
That's
thing,
kind of like a
though,
standoff.
too, is Joel was like, listen to the albums, and I love crust punk, I love thrash, crossover shit, I love all that stuff. So you guys are right up my alley. I had a great time listening to your stuff this week, but he really was like, no, dude, you got to see the live shit. You got to see it in action.
Energy. It's because the thing is, like, there's so many different genres of music that they set up outside of. Like, for one, the Grammys. For two, obviously, that I saw them at Opeth. There was another one where they played with it was like Exodus outside or something, or American Music Hall or something. I was seeing all these videos my friends were sending me, and it was just everyone was like fucking still down to go. And it was like, you're not gonna, like, a cop can't come up to that and be like, hey, could you guys stop? Like, that's like a nightmare for a police officer. Just be like, hey, could you guys like stop the drunk people outside? Is that cool? The 100, is that cool? Like, and it just kind of like breeds this kind of, I don't know, it's just this different kind of vibe I've never seen before, and that's why I think you guys are fucking breaking ground. And don't copy them. Look at me. Don't do it.
Well, I mean, there's been traveling.
Idea,
there's been, the marching band. It's taking the marching band to the underground DIY metal aspect of it. Not marching, but just setting up, just going anywhere and
not marching, just all frozen.
Yeah.
It's been really fun. We met a lot of people, and before we did the whole bus thing, the funny thing is, like, we were getting frustrated of the scene, and we realized that, like, there's bigger than the scene that we were in.
Yeah.
And then there's like all these other general people that go to like big shows that like haven't discovered like underground music, and now they're discovering that shit because we were there.
Totally.
Yeah, and because we're taking the shot, not relying on like whoever the promoter at like all these big shows are, because like you have to kiss ass to get those.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like and like it's crazy to me that no one is saying that.
Yeah.
Yep.
No one's like calling that shit out. No one's calling
unspoken thing. Yeah.
Yeah. No one's calling out the whole industry being fucked up to all the artists.
No, they're just talking about the end result of it, whether or not they got the show.
Yeah. And then like what the hell, dude? Like, come on, like let's all stand together and then like fucking change the course of the world.
I'm in for it, man.
You know what I mean? Like we can't just keep staying down and not say anything. Someone has to say something, and I'll say it.
Totally.
And that's what sucks. I mean, like nowadays, like someone's got. I mean, talking about like how you guys have done the DIY thing and figured out a way. Someone nowadays, if you want to be in a band, like and actually succeed, you have to find a side hustle that has. You can't just do the band. It can't just be. And that's kind of just been like reminds me of the retail world, or like a retail corporate environment where. Yeah, back in the 80s, they were getting commission at Macy's or blah, blah. But then they slowly start taking things away. They slowly peel the onion back until they can get their max profit and still get people to show up for work. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how the music industry is. It's like, all right, well, like let's cut this, take a merch cut. Well, it's like pay less, all these things, gas prices go up. Like it just keeps going more and more and more and more. Where the fact that people can't even fucking barely tour nowadays because it's like the obviously the venues are trying to survive. Like I get that, and they're being put under pressure because of all the other economic circumstances. But then they're putting it on the bands. They're like, all right, well the bands need to pay us. Like we used to back in the day we would merch cuts were brand new when we were touring and stuff constantly, and I would, we'd come up with a system to sneak merch in through a backpack and replenish, so we wouldn't get taxed so much. We had the real sheet and the fake sheet because we were like, fuck that, we're not fucking giving you the. We'll give you like, obviously they see us selling merch, like we're not gonna be like, oh, we didn't sell anything, but we're gonna like give them a way less cut because like, dude, we like at the end of the day would come home with negative or a few $100, like after touring with Suffocation or something, or touring with like a huge band, and it just wasn't viable after a while, and you have to find out these side hustles and these little weird things in the middle.
I mean,
and
I was just gonna add to that. What we're finding out right now, I mean, not finding out, we're just bringing to everybody's attention is the artist is the bottom of the barrel when it comes to this shit, dude. It really is. After everybody's taking their slice off of the situation, the artist is left with the least. So we always have to try and find these, guerrilla style ways of making a little bit more money just to put more gas in the car, in the van. And it is pretty wild to think about that. And it's also wild, that I just signed another one of those contracts, that as an artist, I just gave it away again, but it's just when
for us, it's different though. We're not,
it's different because we don't have the time to do the DIY situation
or tour like really that much.
Exactly.
Anything.
So now we're in a position where we're older in life where it's like, oh, we still like to create art. And it's still cool that there's somebody who wants to put up the money for us to isolate that art in time and then press it onto plastic and digitally put it on discs and put it on the internet, So it gets spread out there. It gets spread out there elsewhere. And so it's like, dude, we still get to spread our art. But if you want to make this an actual business, you got to separate yourself from all those people who are taking those slices off of the pie, because you're left with a tiny little slice of cherry pie at the end where you're like, fuck, dude.
Exactly.
I baked this thing to perfection, dude. Like,
well, like I posted today, I mean, there's the only way to, like, if you want to be like financially successful in punk metal or death metal world, thrash or whatever, like today I ordered a bunch of stuff off Sweetwater. The guy, my guy called me, and we talk every now and then. He called me, and I asked him about that new Polyphia guitar because I just had a feeling it was just selling way too much. And I just asked him like, hey, what's up with that Tim Henson guitar? And he's like, dude, there's like 7,000 fucking back orders for it right now. I'm like, dude, that guy's going to make $1 million. But like, while other artists are kind of like struggling and stuff, I feel like you have to be, there's like a echelon where you're like, all right, just barely making it. And then like, if you get to the point where you're getting like endorsements and then instruments made at like, your own signature instruments, that's where like the only way to fucking make like a lot of money. Like used to be like you just played and toured and you were good. Now like you said, all those slices keep coming off. Like,
you also got to understand that they created a type of music that there's people listening to that have no interest in diving into the dynamics of music in general. They got into the pop realm where people can just like zombify while listening to it and not really think about it, even though it's actually very intricate music. I was just literally showing a coworker Polyphia today.
How'd you say it?
What they say?
Polyphia? Okay, no, he always mispronounces things. Polyphia?
How are you supposed to say it?
Polyphia, but I'll call it Polyphia.
Dude, that's fucking. I missed it.
It's very similar.
My mouth was slightly different.
It's not needing necrophagist, but yeah, we're good.
I never said necrophagist. It's necrophagist, dude.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
it's
the
Capharnaum, dude.
thing about that Polyphia band, I borrowed one of their CDs from the library like yesterday, and I was listening to it, and like, wow, this is very pop.
Yeah.
It's very pop
Mhm,
with like
mhm.
like the proggy intricate like riffs on top,
Right.
and like and I was like, this is kind of happening with like the modern bands now though, like with Spirit Box
I kind of
and
look at it
all.
as like a Trojan horse type deal, dude,
Yeah,
where now the more intricate aspects of prog and metal are being pushed into pop music, and now pop listeners are getting that download
yeah,
of more intricate and intelligent styles of music in the pop realm, and I think that's cool.
yeah, yeah. Wait, Polyphia's the instrumental band, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 So you're saying they're bringing on like a pop kind of
Yeah, yeah,
vibe?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they even like their production is very hip hop too. Like I don't think they have a real drummer in the record.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I have no idea. Yeah.
yeah, they have like that really flashy sounding drum set back there
Mhm.
that like a lot of hip hop heads use.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they modified that. Yeah, but they're doing something right though with the imagery and everything. Like
Yeah.
they're doing something right. That's why they're really popular for a
So
prog band too.
we've
I just
been
went and
on.
saw them. I actually went and saw them in concert because my buddy was like, "Hey, my person I was going with canceled. Do you want to go?" And I'm like, we actually they we played with them too, but I didn't catch their set that night. But I went and saw them at Regency, and it was sold out. It was like ultra sold out at Regency.
Were people like
And
jamming to it though? Like they
the
were.
thing is, though, that I was like one of the only people with like a metal shirt on. It was
Yeah,
all like these different kind, like you said, pop. It was like a pop crowd there. It
yeah,
wasn't like there was like I saw maybe 9 metal shirts. The one thing I did see though, that fucked me up the whole time was there was a line from where the merch room is out
yeah,
in Regency in the
yeah,
corner or in that side room. It
Yeah.
was all the way cutting out the bathroom and cutting out the middle thing the whole concert. It was
yeah,
it
Whoa.
was just and it was sold out, and it was just a line the whole time. Every time I would go piss, it was just I was like, what the fuck? Like this band. I mean, I get what they did, and also too, they're very good guitar players, and
yeah,
they're very good musicians and stuff. I'm not discounting that, but they found this like little niche that really somehow cuts through. And it's almost like a thing that you guys are doing. Like you guys found something new. You guys found a new
yeah,
style of doing things and presenting it. And I feel like they kind of got that too. But
yeah.
yeah, it's so popular. It's
Yeah,
insane.
the only thing that I can see that in the problem with that is the longevity of the.
Me too. Me too. I said the same thing. I said,
Yeah,
ask me 10 years about this band. That's
yeah,
I
when I
was gonna
walked out of the
say, is
concert.
it a candle burning at both ends type deal? And I'm
yeah.
not saying that in a bad way. I'm
They're
just
gonna
saying,
they're gonna have to jump around and change styles and stuff to kind of meet the times,
I
or
mean,
else
can
they're
you
gone.
really change styles like that though? Like you already pigeonhole yourself to that style.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I don't know, like think about like Dragon Force or something.
yeah.
Dragon
I
Force
mean,
never surpassed their legacy as like through the Fire and Flames.
the next album has to have like Post Malone on it
Yeah,
or something, dude.
yeah. I feel like that's what Polyphia is going to do, though. I think Polyphia is at that point where they're going to be like they're going to have pop stars on their albums, and
Yeah.
that's like going to be they're going to like keep pulling from the pop fandom and just take the next one. That's how I could see that band working. But that's like a one-off. I don't, and
I can see
I'm
that
not.
as
Still a
like
chance.
for an album, but like, what if they're like another 4 years in? Can you see them catching up with the times and trying to do that?
I mean, if they
That's
do it right, I can see it happening. But I don't know. They have to because they're.
Yeah.
I think
What's
they're good
4
enough
years from
musicians.
now? Everything
Yeah.
moves so fucking fast now, dude.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
4
I have
years
no
from
idea
now.
what's going to be big then. So, yeah,
Yeah.
Maybe Randy Savage's album will come out and they'll just jam over that.
Yeah.
Or maybe all of the maybe Brad Pitt and all the actresses from
Yeah,
America
actors
will
and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
start
just
start
like
singing
singing
how
and
on
stuff.
it, dude.
everybody just got over the
Like the
whole
Philippines.
the emo thing, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
The fucking
Did we
Jin
just
got Kelly
lose
brought
John
it back.
too?
What's up?
He's his internet's so bad. He's like, oh, did we just lose John, dude?
Oh,
I just see you HD.
yeah.
Like,
Fuck, dude. Hey,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
yeah, you might
Yeah.
need to. Did you restart your router when you did that?
I did, dude. And I'll do it
But
one
you
more
look
time
good
again.
though.
Now I do?
No,
Oh shit.
but Murray's
Fucker.
gonna do the laughing for me. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Is it like how funny do I look though?
That's pretty funny.
Pretty, yeah.
You're like, you're
You're not an ugly guy. I'll tell you. Like,
yeah, you're a good looking guy. Luckily, you get that.
Thanks, dude. All right, John, let's get back onto you. That was a big old tangent that was not about you specifically. I want to get back into you. So you're saying what was this? When did you get your first guitar? Did you already mention that? Sorry.
No, I didn't. I was like 16.
Okay, so
It's like,
let's talk about you said you came over here at 14.
Yeah.
Talk about real quick getting in like transitioning into being here, what the social climate was like, where that was all happening. Where did you guys locate first like
I was
move
here.
to?
I was here in SF. I was lucky because like I went to a school where like all the immigrants were. So
Okay.
like I was
Mhm.
friends with like Indian guys, like Pakistani.
Just everybody that was kind of feeling
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah,
you
it was the
know?
Chinese
Yeah.
people. It was really cool. So we all learned from each other and stuff. Yeah, but like even when we first started, the members in the band was like I'm Filipino, one is Cambodian, one is from Nepal, and one's from Guatemala for a while. You know, and we
Okay.
all just got together and did it.
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah. We've always been like kind of like a diverse group, which is really cool.
I think Anthony's gone. Anthony's still there. Let's just zoom on him for a second. Oh, he just want to go piss. He asked a question and want to go piss.
Yeah.
What a jerk. But yeah, that's cool, man. So you were at a kind of a place where like multicultural kind of. But so how did you meet your current drum? I mean, so tell me the story of the band though. So you guys forming, so you guys getting together, like
Yeah,
meeting each other, and
2007. Yeah,
so you guys did you guys ever play like? Did you guys play like actual like venue shows first, or did
yeah,
you?
we played clubs a lot. We played a lot like Store Club, Eli's Smile
And-
House Club. Yeah, if you're from the
Yeah.
Bay Area, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Like
totally.
all even the Roosters Roadhouse in Alameda and like
Okay.
in like Redwood City,
Yeah.
all that. Yeah, and then we just kept
Redwood
grinding,
City,
and then like we noticed like we kind of noticed like the game was like learning about the business. Like
Mhm.
before, for when we first started, there's the pre-sale tickets was like a really big thing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We were like, oh yeah, I sell like 100 pre-sale tickets. You'll get to play at Slims and stuff like that.
Yep.
And then like a lot of those bands, their like parents just bought all the tickets, so that's how they got to the fucking
Right. It's like taking the
So
the
that was the first
chocolate
like
bars to school and then nobody
Yeah,
buys
right.
them, so you end up just your family buys them for you.
yeah.
Yep.
And they're hustlers, man. Those promoters like Gorilla Productions and all that. I'm happy that they don't exist anymore, and a lot of the bands don't have to go through that. So we started saying shit about that, and then like fast forward to 2009, we discovered like Tech Nine, and it was all about like independent
Nice.
music and all that
Strange
stuff.
music.
Strange music, and then it's like, well, what is this? And at the time, we were like, we were also like getting into the punk scene, and like watching all these documentaries about like all these old punks were making their own shirts and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of like it married each other, like the whole idea of being like do it yourself. And then like from there, like I realized that like there's politics within those scenes too. So it's like all these
Totally.
DIY venues, like you have to like be cool with them to be able to play there.
Mm-hmm.
And then like we started our own thing. That's when we started throwing shows at taquerias and all that stuff.
So
And,
I want to rewind one more time, dude, because I want to know about like what was influencing you to
pick up the guitar, and like what were the bands you were listening to
Oh yeah,
at that time?
like ACDC, Angus Young. That was like my favorite guitar
Nice.
player.
So that was the AC/DC riff, like the first riff you played or wanted
You
to
know what?
learn
The
how to
first
play?
riff, I don't remember the very first riff that I played. To be honest with you, because I didn't really learn any songs like that.
Yeah.
Once like I picked up the guitar, I just started writing songs.
So did you learn like a power chord or something to like kind of help you like move it around or something to like make?
Like yes, I would like learn some songs, right? But I would
Yeah.
only learn the things that I want to learn from that song.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Especially like with like like Killswitch Engage, like Trivium and all that stuff, and like
Yeah.
Avenged Sevenfold, all those all that era of bands.
Totally.
And I noticed they're like all playing. Most of them are playing on the C drop when you just put one
that
finger
like-
in every riff.
What
Yeah,
album
yeah,
would
yeah,
that be? Like
Yeah.
Alive or Just Breathing would be the album that you were listening to?
No,
Or-
and then
Or-
the Heartache.
Oh,
the
okay.
Heartache.
So
Oh,
Howard
yeah.
was already in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then like Bleeding Through with like The Truth.
Mhm.
That was the era. And then the Fall of a Deals. That was really cool when it came out.
Yeah.
By All That Remains. I think that was like man, I remember when those guys came out, I was just like, fuck, this shit's good, man. Like yeah.
Yeah, totally.
And then you got Lamb of God, Sacrament is like the first album I heard from them.
Oh, okay.
Did you go
Yeah.
through a Slipknot phase at all?
I did not.
Interesting.
I got into them like on their later albums.
Right.
Like my
Okay.
favorite album from Slipknot is the Gray Chapter.
Interesting. I don't know if I've even heard it.
Yeah. Joel and I stopped at Iowa basically.
We
Yeah.
didn't stop, but like I like some
I
of their
like
hits.
those too though. Like I like them, but I didn't like. I wasn't in the moment when I
Yeah.
heard them. I already know metal when I heard them.
When you
And
got
I
to
thought
it.
that-
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All the-
I always thought I liked them a lot though. My sister
All
was
the
like,
Slipknot hits after that album, Joel, sound like Stone Sour, the other Corey band. You ever listen to that one?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that band a lot actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that,
the first-
that was the thing that like what really confused me with the whole Stone Sour thing. Stone Sour actually has been around before Come Whatever May album, but
That's
their Come
what-
Whatever-
That's
after that
where they
album-
found Corey was from Stone Sour.
Yeah.
He was already.
but they had
performing.
2 albums before that, I think.
Yeah, there's actually an album pre Slipknot that is totally not the Stone Sour that everybody hears today. It's not metal at all, actually.
It's kind of like a band like it's fun like people showed me this, Josh Seitman, shout out. Like bands like Goo Goo Dolls and Chumbawamba were on fucking Metal Blade. Before the Goo Goo Dolls and Chumbawamba that you know today, they were like a metal band, and they were like, oh shit, let's reform, make money. You know what I mean?
That was a weird time with the music industry for sure.
It was
like-
for sure.
People did it for the money, but now it's different. Like you can make money other ways.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Exactly.
People, because like the labels and all that had the control of the media.
Yeah,
Now that
yeah.
their social media is different. You can go in a different angle.
Exactly. Used to be like whatever they show you is gonna make it. Like whatever they don't show you, you will never hear of. Now it's like, oh, if it's big on a platform that's social media, like you can't deny it. Like it's gonna be there, no matter
Yeah.
what like the media shows you or not. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah,
Definitely.
but they figured out how to like break that shit too, though.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
to have control.
I know they're gonna buy it out, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Somehow they're gonna figure it out. It's yeah, inevitable. They have enough money. They have
Yeah.
enough capital to fuck with that shit.
Talk about some
Yeah.
other projects, John, besides Hemorage, leading up to Hemorage. Talk about some
I
other-
did not have any other projects. This is my
No shit, this is the
Yeah,
first one. So
Yeah.
this is
That's cool.
rare. We've had other people that have said that,
Yeah.
but that is tripped out to me because you usually have a couple of swings and misses before you finally get into the groove of being in a.
Well, I mean, we
project
had our
with other
swings and
people.
misses. We just didn't give up on it.
So,
Yeah.
but it was all the same. It was all the same guys.
No, it's like 2 guys original left.
Okay.
You know,
That's still good.
yeah. But at the end of the day, it was like me and him really doing shit the entire time anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like we were the one that learned screen printing. We the one who structured the business,
And what's
and
his
everybody
name?
else, Toby, the other
Toby.
guy.
So, okay.
Yeah. And he was like the guy that illustrating everything, and I was the guy behind him, like telling him like, oh, the art director, pretty much. Me and
Nice.
him has been always been working on the shit like all the time. So
Mhm.
That's awesome.
when like a little bit after the pandemic, we told everybody in the band at the time, it was like, are we gonna quit our jobs? We're gonna do this full time. We're getting older. We can't be fucking playing like 20 people crowds at Golden Bull.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, no, that we're not gonna be that band. We're not gonna be that band that gets old and like fucking stay in the scene. So like we were like, fuck, we gotta quit our jobs and like do this shit full time. And then like we told the guys, they're like, hey, is you're in this or like you jump ship? And
Yeah.
obviously they jump ship. Yeah, and we
Yeah.
got Ron, who's also been feeling the same way with all the bands that he was in.
Real quick question from Ian in the chat. Do you guys screen print one at a time, or is 4 at once on a platine?
We have a 4-arm press, so we can do four
There you go.
the
Is
sequence.
it a platin or platine? Because I feel like Anthony.
Platin.
No,
No, he spelled it wrong. Yeah.
God damn it, dude. Everything's
cool.
wrong, dude.
Yeah, it's all good. No,
Yeah, we just like had to like separate the friendship and the business side of things.
Yeah.
I mean, I love these guys. Like, I could be friends with them forever, right? But at the same time, I'm not gonna be broke with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to take care of my fucking business. Yeah,
Totally.
and that's
totally.
I think that's what a lot of bands fail.
Well, I mean, a
Mhm.
lot of bands probably fail because they come from places of way more comfort than you do. You come from Philippines and doing stuff your own way and stuff and working for what you have to do. You can't like do that and be like, oh, why doesn't a label sign us? Well, it was like you got to go out there and fucking make it happen for yourself, and that's what you did.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. It's
we always build shit. Yeah, you're right. Like,
yeah.
I didn't really think about it that way. That like my upbringing has a lot to do with it, but it really does.
Yeah, it's like it's a hard work ethic, not like a whatever, dude. We're good. We need to be on the label, dude. You know what I mean? Like it's like no,
Yeah.
we're gonna fucking keep working at it, and we're doing it. We're quitting
Yeah.
our fucking jobs. We're fucking doing it.
Signing to a label is literally sacrificing a part of what you could make from your art just so you don't have to do certain things.
Yeah, so you can work less.
It's
Yeah.
literally what it is. We're admitting to being lazy by signing those contracts, dude.
Exactly, because you can make it happen nowadays with like what they do with the outlets and stuff like that. They're like, whatever. We got the media that's socialized. I don't know. A social media. I didn't put it like that.
What's social media? It's a media that's socialized.
But you know what I mean, though? It's like if you do something where it gets someone's raises eyebrows, like people will fucking follow.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then on top of it, you follow the crowds that are coming out of the places that might be interested in your music, and boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. It's like a super smart business idea.
So, in one of those situations where you show up at the end of a show, what would be the biggest crowd you can remember? Stop giggling at me.
I would say like man, there's so many. A Rammstein one in LA that was crazy. A fucking
Oh no, I was there. I saw you
yeah.
guys there. I
Oh,
saw
nice, cool.
Yeah,
That
I
a
was
good
there.
one.
I was trying to. We were driving out of there, and I was like, "What the fuck? I think that's Hemorage right there," because I already know about you guys from there.
Yeah,
And I'm from the Opeth show, and
yeah.
we flew to LA for that show on
That
a
was pretty,
Saturday.
they sounded so good.
Oh, dude,
Oh,
did you
man,
go
that's
in?
good. I did not go in.
Oh, okay.
We're circling around though. We heard it.
Yeah,
We got
was
so
awesome.
close to the
I know.
backstage.
Literally, I fucking I bought those tickets 2 years ago or before
Oh,
that.
what? It's
Because
like that?
Because it was like supposed to go 2020, obviously didn't happen.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
2021 they canceled again, and those tickets still were good for 2022. That's why it was like, what was it? It was like August or something, or June
Yeah,
or
it was
July or
August.
something.
I think
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was August 26th.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that was like the first round of everybody trying to get live shows together, and then
Yeah.
everybody's super optimistic, like, oh sweet dude, they're gonna, oh no, they're starting to cancel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was
that's why
awesome.
everybody's
I saw
announcing
you
like their
guys.
tour right now. Yeah,
I was gonna ask you actually in the middle of. Did you guys play that Rammstein show? I feel like I saw you guys
yeah,
there.
yeah. We were
Yeah,
there. That was a good one. That
yeah.
felt like if you're in like in Pacifica or something, you know how like you see waves
This is where he's
and
from. That's
waves
where
and waves
Anthony's
and
from
people.
Pacifica.
Yeah.
He's in
So like
Pacifica.
it felt like it was that. They were like fucking playing, and then like wave of people showed up. Another
Yeah,
wave.
yeah.
It was like, what the fuck is going on?
No, you guys actually, honestly, what you guys did is we were in an Uber or something to go 45 minutes away to go see our buddy Silly Kid, but because of your guys' show, it caused like an extra traffic jam.
Nice.
And I was
So
like,
people had to hear you on the way out.
yeah, we like rolled down the windows in the back. We're like, I think I was like telling Trevor, I'm like, I think that's fucking Hemorage, dude. I don't know any other bands that's doing that, and I could see a white
Right.
bus and them jamming outside. It was fucking sick, man.
Yeah, we had to move the car. Oh, we had
Really?
to move yeah, because someone has trying to get out. Yeah, that was a good one. Like the first time we played LA, like we didn't crash any shows. It's just us. Then like fucking 200 people showed up, man. Like,
Nice,
like oh, it was like what the
dude.
fuck? Like you could turning around the corner.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and then like Las Vegas, there's like 350 people showed up. And
So
it
is
was
that
like-
you take that you were talking about food trucks earlier, and I was
Yeah.
actually explaining this to my brother, like they do it kind of like that, and I was kind of just guessing that that's how you guys do it. So if you're gonna do a show, you just hit up the social media and hey, we're gonna be in this area at this time. Is
Yeah.
that what you do?
Yeah,
I'll
and then
show-
like
I'll
it's
show
a
you
fun
guys.
interactive with like everybody else because they send us messages and then like
Killer.
recommend us like where to go and all that. Like we have lookouts. We have like like we tapped into like this people that like ride bikes like with the by the 20s, you know,
Hell yeah.
and they would block the streets for us sometimes, and like
Nice.
it's
That's
really cool.
sick.
It's really cool. Like very mixed crowd, you know, like people like, you know, they may like metal or punk, but they don't dress like that, you know.
Yeah.
In the middle of
Those
the pod
people
too,
too.
I was remembering that they actually like make flyers, like tour flyers, and I got one right here.
Yeah.
Boom. It's like they literally post where they're gonna be. They don't tell you exactly where.
Yeah.
Oh no, actually no, they do.
We tell you the address. That's exactly
address on the
that's a
side.
specific-
It's not. That's so amazing.
Did you
bro.
not do that before? I remember you just be like, "We're in fucking Sacramento tonight. We're in." I feel
Oh
like
yeah,
that's what I thought.
we would do that. Last year we did that. So it's
Okay,
kind of
okay,
like
okay.
an evolving style, you know. Last year, the first year we were like cryptic about it,
Yeah.
and this one we're like, all right, I think we have a crowd now.
Yeah.
We'll tell them to show up for sure.
Definitely.
So like
Yeah.
we will bring their crowd and we'll mix it with the other crowd, and then now the other bands are like gonna start to notice like what the fuck is going on. These guys, there's a lot of people going hard for these guys.
Yeah.
You know, hit them up. You know, that's how we met Suffocation and all those people.
Oh fuck yeah.
Killer.
Yeah, they came up to the bus and then you're like start chatting up.
Where was that? What show was
In
that?
San Diego,
Okay. Fuck
it
yeah.
was the Atheist and
Oh yeah, we caught that.
Yeah. Their last run.
That's
Yep.
sick.
yeah,
That's sick,
yeah,
man. I mean,
yeah, those
another
guys
thing-
came up to us and bought.
Oh, I
merch,
bet.
and, it's
I
pretty
bet.
cool.
I bet Terrence
Whoa.
came up and was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck yeah!" I bet
Terrence
I
was
could see
probably all
Terrence.
about that, dude.
I can see Terrence doing that.
Yeah, and,
One thing I see about like one thing you do that we were talking about, David Cole Ross, his son. So it's the old. So his dad was the old drummer of Suffocation.
Is
oh,
that-
really? Yeah.
He's not saying that. He's just joking, dude.
He says, "Fuck the Suffo guys." No, dude. That's
I will say if we're gonna mention Dave Koros being in Suffocation, obviously, Despise the Sun, great EP.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I will say, out of all the massive amount of times that I've seen Suffocation, there was one set at the Regency. You guys were just talking about Regency.
yeah.
I forget. I think it might have been when they went out with Gorguts, but I'm
Okay.
not totally sure. But either way, Cole Ross was drumming with them this one run, and it was flawless, guys. I'm literally saying flawless. It got so flawless that I started just paying attention to Dave the whole time.
Oh, that's
and,
good.
and Dave did not fucking miss a beat. It was insane how album like he sounded, dude. So seeing Dave Cole Ross with Suffolk was a big treat. That's all I'm trying to say.
He said, "Fuck yeah, he practices a lot."
You
Yeah.
better. The death metal is like that shit's like you gotta be a elite athlete to play that shit.
So one thing, actually, like
drummer,
to take
no
it back,
doubt.
get it back on track, like to talk about like on your documentary which just came out. I just watched it. I literally randomly typed your band into fucking YouTube like yesterday, and it said documentary posted like 1 hour
Probably
ago.
should have
And I was
plugged
like,
that.
Oh,
in the
that's cool,
beginning,
man.
too.
yeah. I literally just like, oh, isn't there a documentary? But like they were talking, I saw like your posts and stuff, and I was like, oh, I'll check to see. I want to watch it, and it's all 1 hour ago, and I was like, holy shit. But there was a part of it where there's multiple things that you guys do with the van that is fucking awesome. But one of the things that's very smart, and we talked about in the very beginning, which is the magnets. Like getting the like you don't want to have your fucking van all tagged up with like a band, like a band's
Yeah,
coming.
that's
just wanna be like,
stupid.
Yeah, I know exactly. You just want to sneak in, and then
Yeah.
when you guys are about to play, like slap it on and just fucking start
Yeah.
playing. You know, that's
Yeah.
like. So who came up with that? That's a great idea. dude.
That's my idea. Like most
yeah.
of it is like
Yeah.
most of the ideas that we come up with is just me just staring at something for like hours and hours.
Just getting all ripped and like being like, dude, they're gonna find
Yeah.
out if we have a logo on our van. No,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, like this new bus that we built, like I thought of almost every single scenarios in that we came across the whole history of like doing this.
That was gonna be my next
Proved
question.
it.
Is the bus, dude? I want to know about the bus. Like,
Yeah.
Which
You
also
built
too,
it-
they got into an accident recently, and they had
Yeah.
an awesome crowdfunding that helped them get another one because
Yeah.
some guy. There's a video of it online. You guys can search for it, where some drunk driver just nails them head on or something, right?
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
That
was
was
driving?
crazy.
Who was driving?
I was driving.
How
Yeah.
was
Jesus.
that, dude? Tell us about that.
Dude, it was crazy. It was like slow motion, and then like it all ended. You know, And
Airbags in the face,
Yeah.
everything.
there's no airbags on buses, dude.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This wheel
But-
wheel.
Just
but
put
luckily enough,
whiplash.
it's a big bus, so like the impact didn't absorb it all the way through. But if that was a regular car, we would have died there.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, like that's how crazy it was. And like,
What kind
We're
of
a
bus
big-
is it?
what's up?
What kind of bus?
It was a
What's the
Chevy
chassis?
Express.
Okay.
Yeah, if you know.
So it was
buses
like
that,
it was
that's what it's
so it was like a shuttle bus converted.
He's
Is
a
that what you guys
mechanic.
did?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
It's a
would
shuttle
actually.
bus
Yeah, I work on those things, so I know what we're talking
Yeah.
about here. But so it was a
Yeah.
shuttle bus, like converted.
yeah. We
Did-
just like bolted all our gear in there.
Did you?
So we don't have to, like, break
Is
down
it still have windows on the outside? Did you guys cover all that up and
That's
just?
another thing. Talk about that because I remember seeing that on a documentary of like you guys used to have glass, right? Until someone
Yeah.
shattered. Yeah.
Yeah, for that bus, we changed it to a plexiglass
Mhm.
because like it would keep breaking. I mean, it would break again for sure. So,
Yeah.
but the new bus now, we actually built something that like they can't like fuck with the window. It's like
Okay.
set there, it's stabilized.
Nice.
I figured that out.
So
Yeah,
where'd you guys buy the bus from though? You got just
the first one is a friend of mine sold it to me. Like he was
Okay.
just moving to the city from Santa Rosa, and he just
Yeah.
had to get rid of it, so I took it. And then the second one, I went to go to Grass Valley during the storm, and got it. I actually
So
got the
Jesus.
bus
Is it a
5
bus
days
or is it
after.
like a box truck? Like how do you roll up the back or how do you guys do it?
It doesn't like it's we stabilize the window.
Oh, so you
from
open up the
top of
one
it.
side. Is that what you did? Open up one
Yeah.
side of it?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay. So people who would be watching you play is actually standing on the side of the vehicle, not the back.
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some people
Alright.
stand on the back too.
Yeah, you got the
Some
back
Yeah, but
open.
I'm
too,
just
don't
saying,
you?
if
The
you
back
want
open.
front row,
Yeah.
see everything, you're going to be on the side of the
Yeah.
bus. Oh,
But it's
that's
parked for the side to be open to the crowd, so the
Yeah.
side's just wide open to the crowd.
great. And then when you're done, you just roll a roller door down or some shit and close
No, we
it
just
up.
close the windows and close the doors.
That's
Yeah.
awesome, dude.
Yeah,
No,
it's
dude,
pretty
they're
cool.
Sick.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
sick. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's getting better too. So.
Where do you park it?
Oh, their warehouse.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the two warehouses I have, it's in between the two warehouses.
Boom.
We're like
Perfect,
fucking
dude.
Batman, dude. Like we have our own layer.
That's
sick, man.
amazing, dude. I love it so much. It's like really exciting to hear all this, dude.
And then it has like a big double door gates. So like when we come out, it's like fucking like how like Ghostbusters come out of their thing. Like dude, it's a whole
That's
thing. It's
sick.
like now I'm realizing it. Like someone should like probably film just the process of like us doing our night.
Yeah.
It's like we meet up at 9 o'clock and like do this thing and then come back.
I know.
Right.
At the same time, I don't want anyone to film it because I want you guys to do your own thing. And I want
Yeah, I want it to stay. I want it to have its lure about it.
You're
You know?
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do in the day that another band shows up in another bus and they like park they like beat you into parking like before?
I don't know. I'll be cool with them though. Like, hey, dude, that's cool, but let's do something together since we're both here.
Yeah,
Like,
cool,
take me
cool,
out,
awesome.
like,
Yeah.
well, let's work together. Like, thank you, I appreciate what you're doing, but like,
Yeah.
let's not bite each other off here. Like,
Obviously,
yeah.
Obviously, there.
That's I think that's the only scenario I can like really tackle the whole situation.
I mean, yeah, that's
like
that
otherwise I
situation-
become a hater. Like, I don't want to be a hater. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
No.
But I mean, if you guys were gonna show up to a show and then another band like was like a bunch of like rich kids were like, "Hey, let's get a bus because they're doing it," and they're just like these rich kids with like this nice ass bus, and they get there before you, and then like you come in like, "Hey, we were gonna."
Well, this is what I would say is like in that situation
Yeah.
with John's attitude, which is like, let's do something together. Hemorage is automatic headliner because I mean,
Yeah.
you guys are doing
Your
what
bus
Hemorrhage
headliner.
was already doing.
Yeah.
You know, Hemorrhage was already doing this. So if you're showing up where Hemorrhage is, you obviously know and got
you got your second spot. Like, oh, cool, you got that spot, but you got to circle the block for a while because this is ours.
You got to circle the block.
And,
No,
and like,
seriously.
I think when that happens, I think it's kind of tasteless, that
Yeah,
people do
exactly.
it. Like,
Right.
like like come on, like where
I
you
know.
got from, and then and then the people would fucking probably, and I hope, if like, I hope that people would realize that shit because that shit's been happening, like all the time,
Totally.
Just just in general too, like people stealing each other's thing and like how
I'm just saying it happens so often. It just happens so often though, like with like people taking ideas and doing their own thing. That's why I was like, and right before this episode started, I was like, shit, I hope like we're not like inspiring fucking other bus bands. Maybe not in California, but like like I mean also
but
that's another question I have for you. Like I wanted to know if you guys plan to like go outside California.
Since we're getting really good at building shit, we're even thinking about it. Like, we'll convert a bus like in the East Coast or something, then tour there for a while, and then like
fly out and
and then like flip it, sell it, and then like move on to the next.
Jesus, that's gonna be the future, dude. I feel like you guys are gonna start a business where you guys build these like band buses in like in other states.
It could be
in other states, and you're gonna be like, we're gonna rent it for a certain amount. You guys could do the same thing we're doing in your states. You're like, it's like Hell's Angels. Like, don't do it here though. Don't do it here. But you can't do it. This is our territory. Motherfucker, don't.
These are actually good ideas. I kind of want you to keep your mouth shut right now.
I know. I'm sorry,
John. Take the reign on that because I think that actually is a really good idea. And John's at the forefront of it, dude. So
I mean, he's a fucking starter of it. So fuck yeah, that'd be sick if he did it.
Yeah.
No,
it's really cool. Yeah, it's something that like I've been thinking about a lot too. Like, because like I can't play forever, but I can pass it down to somebody to take it. I think that's what I think that's the mistake that like a lot of the bands from the 80s made, is like they become big, but they didn't bring anybody up with them, and now the scene died because of that.
It's because of selfishness in the scene.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm only 5 years older than you, and I'm still hungry to keep playing and shit like that, dude. So you're not giving up anytime soon.
Yeah, but I'm saying like further down the line, like
but bringing this to everybody's attention, you starting this new style of, and it may not necessarily. I mean, it's not completely new. I'm sure that that's not an original thought in reality, like having a moving vehicle that has a band,
Yeah,
but it really it is something that is it can you can turn into something like viable and something you can get some really get something out of if you put your mind to it. And I love that, dude. I love if you get a reliable vehicle and you can do your own tours around
yeah,
this country that way,
yeah.
you know?
And you can even go to different countries. Like once you go,
Exactly, dude. You can the possibilities are endless with this if you were able to do it right and compound it enough to where
yeah,
you get that vehicle that is reliable. That's what I'm saying. It's like that's the only thing that would really hinder you guys from doing something like a tour around the states or outside
yeah,
of the states is a reliable vehicle, you know?
yeah. And like I heard in Europe, there's like so many like vehicles out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But like
The sky is the limit at this point now because like once we figured out that like okay we don't need anybody,
yeah.
which is like the
Right.
hardest thing that someone can figure out. And then that's it. And like we're pretty much set. Well, we pretty much like we'll fuck with you if you want to fuck with us, but we can talk about it on the side.
Exactly.
Like now we have the leverage now. And that was for me. That was it's all about like being able to like have that control of the situation where like I'm not hitting up venues anymore, but
Right.
now they're hitting me up.
Exactly. See? Yeah,
Yeah,
and I was just mentioning doing your own thing versus getting into that algorithm.
yeah,
You just do your own thing and eventually they start coming to you,
yeah,
you know? Um I want to talk more about this, but I actually want to get into we haven't talked about too much of the music side of Hemorrhage.
yeah,
And
man.
I'd like to get into not only influences and what inspires you guys to play the music that you do, but like subject matter and where your lyrics come from and all that
Hell
on
yeah,
that a
dude.
little
Let's
bit.
talk about that. Yeah. Um. Yeah, like listening to like a lot of like hardcore music and like the punk. Like I said, we were like going to almost every single show in the Bay Area when we were younger, and then like we went to indie shows and I found this like thing of like combining all the music that I love into like my own thing. Like that's why I think that our music is different is because like we're getting inspiration from everybody,
Yeah.
even the people around us, rather than like we're copying Slayer or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the for me that like having that like a wider perspective with music is way more fun when it comes to like writing songs because like I can have a Beatles influence over like a Slayer drum beat or something like that,
Exactly.
you know. And they're all like really all of them are pretty similar. Like if you listen to like the Enema of State of Blink 182, strip all the music but the drums, that's a Slayer drum beat.
Hmm.
And stuff like that. Like and be able to like I want to be able to like make music where it like it brings people together. It doesn't matter what kind of music you like. Like I want somebody to go like, hey, I don't like metal or punk like that, but I like Hemorrhage.
Right. Because there's some element of it that tickles an aspect of me that is rooted in other music that I don't realize, but it just makes me want to groove with it.
Yeah, and then
Totally.
like and it also comes with the songwriting part, like the lyrics and all that stuff. Like we always talk about like our struggles and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Okay.
Um,
That's the main lyrical content's like about life and struggles and
yeah,
stuff.
just about our life and stuff. And there's one song that we wrote about the gentrification in San Francisco
Hmm.
Mhm.
and like how we were going through it. It's really like for me like that's how I see music is like a capture of like a time of being there, being in that moment.
Yeah.
And
Right.
then
Right.
like the weird thing about that is that it was at that time, but like somebody from 20 years from now would never even heard our band or probably won't even never get to see us will like find that music and they connect to it.
Right.
Yep.
because that's how I was with like the music that I've been discovering, going
Totally.
back and forth to the
I
library.
mean, it's so true with like like music of like the back in the Vietnam War days versus like a comedy of like George Carlin and stuff, who's like pretty much like said all the things that everyone wanted to say and no one would say it, kind of thing,
Yeah,
like it's like speaking the truth and now it's all coming to fruition. You're like, oh shit, a comic and there's music that like was talking about this, but people weren't listening, it's there's those kind of outlets of art have kind of brought forth kind of truth to people that were kind of blinded by media and stuff like that. So that's what's really cool about art
yeah,
and
and
painting.
like everybody can like interpret it the way they want to,
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
totally. That's another
yeah,
cool thing. Yeah. You can
yeah. I
take the
had people
lyrics.
come up to me or like, oh, like I really like that you're talking about this. I was like, I'm not talking about that when I was writing it, but
Yeah, yeah.
that's very cool that you
That's
think
how
that.
when I was in Decrepit Birth, I know Bill would be
Yeah,
like, he'd be like, "What's the song about?" He was like, "I don't know. What's it about to you? Like what like
That's
what do you think it's about?" Like
I would
it's
love I would love to hear interpretations of my writing to
yeah,
see if it's different. If some that would actually be the coolest thing for an artist to, or not an artist, a writer to write something, or a poet to write something and have a individual meaning, and then have somebody else be deep enough with that work to give their individual meaning, and it's something totally different, but it's still this mind-blowing moment. Like
yeah,
you've written something that now has, it just opens portals for people,
yeah.
basically, you
It's
know.
yeah. I have experienced that recently, like meeting all these legends last past year, like when I met the dude from Unearth. I was
Hmm.
like,
Which
I
one?
grew
Which one?
Ken Susi.
Oh yeah, yeah. I met Kevin
Yeah,
as a little kid. Yeah, in
yeah,
Salinas. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. I was like, damn, dude. And I was telling him about like like the March and all that, all the albums that like I listened to when around that time, and he
Same.
was just mind blown because like I was specifically telling him stuff like that he doesn't even like think about it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, there's songs that you hear and stuff, and it depends on what's going on in your life that you can kind of morph them to kind of make a powerful upbringing or up like it basically makes you feel better in a spot that you're in, and you'll read the lyrics in a completely different way because of where your mind is at the time, and you'll
Yeah,
morph it to whatever is going on in your time, and you were talking about something completely different, and then when you hear it or you hear the lyrics and stuff, you're just like, oh shit, like this is like for me, and that's one of the best things about lyrics and writing stuff
yeah,
for other people.
yeah. Well, yeah. Another interesting moment I had with that is like someone repeated like a lyric that I don't even remember writing to me. I
Oh
was like,
shit.
"What?" Like that, and then like clicked to me. Like I was like, "Go ahead,"
Yeah,
because like
yeah,
there's this song that we used to play that like I wouldn't sing that part anymore because I thought it was kind of cheesy or whatever. But every time
yeah.
this dude shows up to the show, he sings that part. I was like, "What?"
Every time he's like, oh, comes out.
I was like, "Oh, that's really cool."
So one
Yeah,
question I had too, I mean, kind of jumping guns a little bit, but so people I see countless videos of people getting on top of your bus and then
yeah,
jumping.
yeah.
Has there been any injuries or like what do you think when someone's on top of the bus? Can you for one, can you feel it immediately and be like, all right, there's a guy on my bus? And then two, like, has there been any kind of like crazy stories that you have of people doing that?
Yeah, some guy with a fire torch thing is on top. That was really cool. But
Jesus.
no injuries though. No
No,
injuries
hell
because
yeah.
we our shows are very positive. Like
Encourage people to
we
catch each other. Like if
yeah
you're gonna do that, like
uh
everyone bring up, yeah,
yeah. So it's a very community based
yeah,
vibe. Which is really cool. You don't get to like see stuff like that at shows.
totally.
Like when you go to like those hardcore shows like where people like crowd kill and shit.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's big. It's a big scene, man. We tapped into that market too. They're
Totally.
really cool
It's still
people. Yeah,
hungry. It's still hungry. I
yeah,
know that. I mean,
I really
nowadays,
can't wait to catch you guys. I'm gonna be looking out for you guys. If it
yeah.
works for me, dude,
Well, yeah,
I'm
we'll
gonna
be
be
around.
there.
Yeah, yeah,
There
yeah.
you go,
That's.
dude.
We're actually almost halfway through this one.
yeah, yeah. You guys
We're
are
dropping
so.
phase 2 tomorrow. Yeah,
You going to Bakersfield next?
yeah. We're going Bakersfield next, and then
Okay.
Riverside, Fresno,
Oh yeah.
Oakland. Yeah, this is
Oakland.
gonna be
Okay.
this is gonna be super quick. And then
the Frisco,
Santa
the
Cruz,
Frisco
what's the
ones.
Santa Cruz?
That's the Saturday, right?
What's
Yeah.
Santa Cruz? What Santa Cruz one are you playing? You don't want-
Catalyst area.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, we'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
there.
Is the Bleeding
Uh,
Through one?
Yeah, but we're playing before the show because we're doing we're following another band that we really like. So
Okay, okay,
yeah.
okay. I mean, my buddy's booking the show, so if you, I don't know, I can. If you guys want to do after and before,
Joel
They
number
should have
2.
let us. They should have.
Yeah.
You know what they should have done? They should have asked us to play that show.
yeah, I know.
That's what they should
So,
have done.
that's a question for you. So let's say like a band that you've always looked up to and stuff, and with all the all the press you've been getting because of your style, and you've been on the Garza show, you've been
Yeah.
Ola England's fucking all
Yeah.
about you guys, like cool things like that. If a band that you really loved was like that helped you get to this point was like, hey, I want you on stage opening for us, would you do it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Like the bus really is just a means to an end.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I think that we're gonna do this 100% of the time.
Yeah.
It's like we did it 100% of the time for a first year because we know the second year everybody's gonna know who we are and
Yeah.
we're gonna have the leverage then. It was like when I did all this, I planned this on the long term.
Yeah.
So do you guys plan on ending up on stage full time?
No, we
Okay,
gotta be
okay.
a hybrid band for sure.
Okay.
Because like I'm not gonna be like I don't want to go on tour or like I have to hit up all these people and like have them change our routing where to the point that it doesn't make sense because we have to cater to their schedule.
But if you get big enough, that is not really a problem. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah,
it's
it,
like,
it wouldn't be. But at the time, like we want to do maybe we probably want to do other shit too. You know,
yeah.
like other cooler things that we I know that for a fact that like our formula is gonna evolve,
Yeah.
but the core is gonna be the same. We're not saying that like cutting everybody off. We're just like cutting all the people who doesn't want to fuck with us off, and then you can like let's weed out all the bullshit. Let's fucking
Definitely.
let's fucking change the whole music industry. Like
Mhm.
especially for the people that's already in the fucking industry, they know that shit is bullshit.
So in
You
the
know?
future, I could see that like like people that just have pieces of land or something, or there's all these bands that are traveling and they have like a mobile. I'm just talking way in the future. I'm talking like
Yeah.
10 years down the road.
Yeah,
Like everyone's kind of doing what you're doing, and you guys just all pull up and you guys charge like you guys. It's a very small fee to rent the land for a fucking day, and just have taco trucks there and shit, and like food and beer
Dude,
and
that
stuff.
sounds amazing.
And then I would go to that immediately if I found out that was happening. But like
Yeah.
bands show up in like kind of like a mobile kind of unit, boom, pull up, play, because we don't want to fucking deal with all the. I don't want to use the hardcore word. The taxing of all the bands of playing these places.
yeah.
Man, you guys could be starting like a revolution of touring.
That's exactly what we want to do. We want to start a
Yeah,
revolution.
yeah.
Like I know for a fact that I'm not the only one who felt this way.
Yeah.
Right.
All if you're in a band who tried to book a tour, you know what the fuck it's like.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the reason why we started throwing shows ourselves to like help touring bands for a while. We did it for a long time. We were just like we wouldn't even check out the touring bands. We'd just say yes because I know it's hard to get a show out here.
Yeah.
That's how Savage People came about. We were
Yeah.
yeah.
Which,
And,
by the way, I noticed you're wearing one of the shirts, Savage, the Metallica version.
Oh yeah, the
Mission
Metallica. Yeah. The Mission District one. Yeah, this was the first design that I came up with.
That's
Yeah.
dope, dude. I
was
love
like-
those, dude.
And I was like, wait a second, I can do it for other shit, other things.
Yeah, dude. No, it's great, dude. I love
Yeah.
all of them, dude.
Yeah.
I pretty much want all of them.
I know that's cool. Hey, the merch is very cool. If you're listening, like, damn, it's fucking very like unique to. It's not just like a band logo thing. It's like got like inside jokes on it and stuff. It's like fuck, I want to buy all those too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's just really that's the power of like having our own printing press.
Yeah,
So we can make whatever we want. I just came up with a design this morning and we're printing it on Monday.
that's
and then
sick.
and we're probably gonna sell it out the first wave.
Yeah.
We believe how cool it looks.
Yeah, that's rad. I mean,
And
there's companies like I buy all these joke shirts off of it's called methsyndicate.com, but they have like hilarious shirts that they only, and their business model is like they have enough people looking, they have enough eyes looking at them that they'll be like, Friday at noon, we'll start selling them, and they just cut it off an hour later, and then people will sell those
Flash
shirts
sales.
for $300 or $400
Yeah.
after they get them. Like
Yeah.
people just like, oh, I got one, and they
That's
just it goes
drop.
on like
That's drop culture, dude. That's
yeah.
like doing the drops. Maybe I don't. Sorry, guys. Cali Death might be moving into drop culture. No, I'm just joking. There might be limited. I thought about that.
I think
Like,
we'll,
there
I
might be
think we'll
some
do
limited
a
stuff that we could do that
limited frozen pick of Anthony.
this whole night, dude. I'm just over it now.
No,
I
you're
don't give a
you're
fuck,
actually
dude.
you move for like 9 seconds and it stops like every time.
I don't know, dude.
But it'd be
It's
funny
just-
like to we can look back on this and find the funniest like
Gilbert-
freezes of you.
Here's I'm gonna put him on blast now, and he offered this to me weeks ago, and I still haven't taken it. But I think I'm just gonna do the pod from Gilbert's house.
Yeah.
He told me I could crash there Thursday nights and do it from there.
Dude, why the fuck you get to hang out with
'Cause
your
he
brother
had-
and
I know, but he has cats, dude, and I'm
Dude.
a pussy, dude.
would you rather be frozen or sneeze a couple times?
I'm gonna sneeze a lot, dude. No, I wouldn't care on the podcast. It would probably be sleeping because I'd probably have an asthma attack in the middle of the night or something. But no, dude, I think I'm gonna just
Yeah.
try it. I'm Mike. I'm coming to your house next week, dude. And some of you got crossover fans that have seen him stream. I'll probably be in the same room with Mike's guitars behind me. Maybe I'll pick one up and fucking play Freebird or something, dude. I don't even know how to play that
Wait,
song.
wish you were here, dude. That's you can play that.
Yeah,
one other
wish
song?
we were here and fucking Stains,
Stains.
excess baggage. Stained as
Oh man, no, that's I mean, I feel like what you're bringing to the table, man, is it's really I mean, I've been kind of preaching shit like this on this whole podcast of like, don't rely on label CD things, to like get you like buy. You have to really think outside the box and figure out something outside the realm of like what the normal standard is, because we've had the down conversion from buying physical things at a store, like, oh, I'm excited and get to go home and listen to it, to like streaming. And then we had we had COVID kind of take over and like kill clubs. Like clubs were gone, and like finding a way outside that box. I think people just have to think harder and think smarter and think
right.
like there's got to be ways. Yeah, and Twitch, like Scott Carstairs, Justin McKinney, Max, fucking
That's the
Mike
virtual
Gilbert.
adaptation.
Yeah, so there's people doing like fun like things, jamming, playing crazy metal and whatever they want to play, and like, oh, someone donates $4 and they solo over a Maroon 5 song, but it's a gnarly death metal legend. To me, that's a fun way to kind of be like, let's just have fun and laugh and joke around and get have a good time. Like there's ways like that are coming through that I think we have to think like deeper, and rather than just like releasing an album and yeah, we're gonna go tour it. All right, guys,
Yeah,
let's
no,
go.
I agree.
It's like nowadays, it's like unless you're rich, that doesn't really make sense. It's like
The
it's forcing
terrain's
us to
different
be.
now.
It's forcing us to be more creative, which is in another realm outside of music, like which is I think.
Which, if you really think about it, we're in the process of just pushing things forward.
Yeah,
You really think that we're just like you just said that we're just doing our part of the evolution. The evolution
Yeah.
happens across several generations. Well, we're doing our generation's part of
Yep.
pushing it forward in a different direction because things always evolved and changed.
Yeah, Hemorage is going to be the start of another person going, I saw this band Hemorage, and then I decided to do so and so. So it's like it's an evolution of ideas and people trying to do other things besides let's just sign this to this label with this guy in this mansion and get so much money, and like we get scraps. And it's like, let's move on, let's evolve, let's get past this. Like
Yeah, it's about time. You know? I mean, like rappers has been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
yeah. And Louis C.K., like we were talking about Louis C.K. earlier, he was the one that all the comedians, he was like, you're buying tickets, and even Snoop Dogg was like, Louis C.K. is fucking revolutionizing, because he was like, you're buying tickets to the shows on my fucking website, and if you decide to change and resell them, then they are no longer valid. You have to have your ID with your fucking thing.
Yep.
Tickets that you want to see my show, well, you're coming here with an ID.
He said, "Fuck Ticketmaster, fuck their fees.
Yeah.
We'll start our own ticket company," and they hired a section of that company to make sure that nobody can scalp the tickets.
Yeah.
Perfect, dude.
Without the demand raising the price thing. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I know, because the demand is it's fucked, dude. Like I went to go. I'm a fan of like the '80s dark synth and shit, and I was like, you know what? Like Depeche Mode's one of my favorite bands. I want to go. They're coming around. I'm down to go see them.
Yeah,
it's $2,000 for shitty tickets. Like $2,000, dude. Like, are you kidding me? Like for like not. It's probably like level. You're in the like middle front row.
Are they
of the
trying
first
to just
row.
like push poor people out of everything, dude?
No, they're doing one thing, and that was why I reposted this guy that was at the Grammys, and they asked him something about it. And what they're doing is this dynamic sales thing. That's what they do, a dynamic sales, which means that's a really cute term for supply and demand. If supply is high, Ticketmaster bumps the prices up to like $900 a ticket, like plus fees. And then people will buy those.
That's the crazy part.
Well, they'll buy them, and then they'll sell them for $1,500, and people will buy those. So it's
really owning up to that master name, dude. Fuck.
Yeah, I know. It's getting out of hand. Them and Live Nation. Yeah, it's like literally like monopolizing things. So it's like, oh, you like a band? Cool, dude. Well, your savings, is that cool if we like tap out of that?
I know, dude.
It's like insane, dude. It's getting out of hand.
Do you want to rethink that vacation you had planned?
Exactly. That's why being independent is like a big thing. It should be a big thing now.
Yep.
To like change that, and like I feel like we're the only independent band that's promoting that we're independent out here.
Yeah. Right. Especially it's so expensive to where you guys are living. Like it's in the fact that you guys are surviving doing it is like already a story in itself. But yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, that's the crazy part, right? Like we there's so many stacks against us. We're an incomplete band.
Yeah,
we don't have a bass player. Like we're not like your industry standards of like when it comes to looks. We're a different looking type of people. We don't dress like we're like either like a black metal band or whatever. We're just who we are.
Yeah,
and then like we're not playing any venues. It's even more. We're just stacking all these things against us when we still manage to rise up from it.
Yeah,
so like
exactly.
I guess like what our point is like just trying to like inspire everybody else. Imagine if everybody become independent,
Right.
Imagine if like Metallica's independent now,
Yeah.
And look at all the business moves they're doing. It's been great.
Yeah.
Imagine like like a band like Avenged Sevenfold become independent.
Yeah.
I
mean, they also have like millions of dollars backing them already from those. But the thing is, like what you're saying is like when you're seeing the big bands do it, like we got to all fucking just leave that ship and just start all doing it from the beginning and not from like, not be a Metallica and be like, oh, I got 70 million. I'm going to be independent. But like, like starting like that, like being like, fuck it. Let's have that DIY attitude in the beginning.
Fuck it, dude. We're getting the Cali Death podcast bus, and we're just gonna fucking go to the outside of metal shows and hold interviews.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it, though. Yeah, but like,
actually, no, that's already that's funny because Steve-O already does that.
Oh, does he? Wow.
Yeah, he has a fucking RV style thing.
Oh, that's right.
He drives around and podcasts in the RV.
It's catching on. People are probably not gonna give us credit for shit, but it came from.
You know what? There was someone I was like bragging about you guys too, and they were like, "Oh yeah, they did it." Like there was another band that did that. And I don't know what band they said, but I remember they were like trying to be like, you know, Metalhead, Ultimate Metalhead, like, yeah, I mean, they did it, but there was another band that did that before them. They were like, and I was like, what band? And they're like, I forget what band they said, but like they were just like, it's the metal community is just like always just like, whatever, dude, I found it first.
You just talked. You were talking to an elitist that.
Yeah, I was an elitist.
Yeah, but we're whatever about it. I mean, like I said, like this is not an original idea. I got this idea from a movie.
Yeah.
You know, so
Which
that's
movie?
But did someone? Yeah,
Sound of Noise.
Which one?
Sound of Noise.
It's a Swedish film. It's like the opening scene. The drummer is playing drums and getting chased by the cops.
Nice, dude.
Is that the one about tinnitus?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have tinnitus in my right ear, like really bad, and I'm deaf in my right ear. So I watched that movie, and they kept doing
the star of the movie.
They would do reenactments of that sound, and I had to turn it off because I was like, I can't have that sound in my left ear because my right ear is fucked. And I was like, nope, I can't do it. I can't hear that in my left ear. Every time I turn into a psycho when I heard that sound in my left ear because I only have one ear left. So I'm like, nope, I can't listen to it. But no, that movie was really good. I mean, proves a good point about ear protection too. Is a really important thing. Like, you know.
Yeah. We're lucky that like our amps are like or below us
ear level.
Yeah.
Because like, what about cymbals and stuff? I think cymbals are the ones that got me.
Yeah, cymbals does
it's the high pitched
frequencies
that really do damage.
Yeah. No, I mean, snare? I don't think it's snare. Dude, the cymbals have a I remember that, like hearing those when Casey would hit a cymbal right next to my ear, I'd be like, whoa, that's damage.
Yeah, it gives you that like
yeah. It's white noise.
Yeah.
It's like a white noise.
Especially if it's a big cymbal or something. Yeah.
No, I think right now, I mean, having like podcasts like this and things like that, like to show you guys are fucking breaking grounds is awesome, man. And I think you guys deserve all the credit. That's very cool. I'm very impressed.
And it's and also the music is good. Let's talk about the music.
Yeah, music's
great.
Music
is great, dude. Like I had a great time this week listening to everything I could find.
That's our secret weapon because people will do it, but you gotta be good too, though. You know.
Exactly. Yeah. You could show up and play shit, and people will just scatter. But if you can hold a 200-person crowd,
that is true. People will like go like, "Oh, this is a cool idea." All right, we're out of here. You know, like you have to like keep them with the music. Yeah,
exactly,
the energy and the music.
Dude.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's a big part of that is like because we play almost every night. It's like we're like the Beatles, man. Like you're fucking cranking those shows in, those numbers in, man. Like 10,000 hours. That shit is real.
Do you guys practice in the van?
Sometimes we have a studio too.
Just to get the feel of that environment.
Yeah. We like this time around. We're just gonna tour with it until we like figure out the little things that we need to do.
Right.
That's so why. That's why all shows this month is California.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I did it. It's like,
is there enough space for you guys to blow up air mattresses and just sleep in there?
Yeah. I built a little like bench thing. You know. This bus is like wider too, so like the three of us can sleep there, no problem.
What's that documentary called?
Wherever We Want.
It's on YouTube, guys. Check out wherever we want. Gee, I can't speak right now. On YouTube, I watched it last night. It was awesome. It's about a 10-minute documentary about like how they go around, do things, set things up, and how kind of impromptu it is, and the fucking balls it takes you guys to do that shit.
We should have plugged that documentary at the top, but
it's crazy. It's just doing it though. It's fun.
It's exciting.
Like once you like, because like the first fear that we went through is like quitting our jobs. The scariest shit ever.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then the first when we were building the bus, and then the second scary part is like, what if people hate us?
Mm-hmm.
And then like at first we felt like people were hating on us, especially in the beginning. You know, just getting through that whole mentality of like not being
foreign aspect of just like you don't expect to be in the seeing a extreme like thrash punk bands blasting music out the side of a bus in the middle of a city. You know?
And then also from the community too. There's like we had a lot of haters in the beginning, like you know.
No shit.
Yeah, it happens. It's weird. Like
there's so many shitheads, dude.
Yeah, but it's like in the beginning, like we don't know how the band like really just started getting traction in May, April, May of last year, but we were
Mhm.
grinding from like September to March, doing it and no one caring,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then like it started picking up. Maybe because we sucked before those first 6 months, we sucked or something. I don't know.
So you guys were writing as that was happening
Yeah,
and
yeah,
scratching songs and adding new songs to the
yeah,
set. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. The cool thing about what we were doing too, since we did so often, is that we were able to like kind of test our music, just like how disco people would test their music when they're playing at clubs.
Mm-hmm.
Or like
Like how the
comedians
people
would
react.
test, like they do a comedian, like they have to go like slowly through like test it first, see the crowd
Yeah,
acts, and like yeah, go from there.
yeah. We were able to do that. It's like there's so much aspects that we experience in this doing it this way, because usually like when you're in the band, you just go to a venue and play,
Yep.
and then
Yeah.
you cross your fingers, hopefully people show up,
Right.
unless you're in the good bill.
This is a good question right here from a sick drummer. So, how do you do the like a voltage on there? I had an amp blow up. I had a matrix power amp blow up on me yesterday from incorrect voltage and stuff. So, how do you do like voltage and stuff? Do you have extra batteries and stuff like that?
uh the battery situation, I cannot really talk about it because
Okay,
I think I'm the only one that figured
proprietary.
it out.
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a
Okay.
secret. It's a
No,
Yeah,
no
secret
amps and
sauce.
stuff like
You
that's
motherfucker.
what I always literally like. What the first thing I saw about them was like, how do they like power their amps and shit? Because my amp blew up yesterday because we have kind of weird power
yeah,
here. And I'm sitting right now at 110 volts, so we're supposed to be at
yeah.
120.
I love it,
And
dude. He's like, there's one aspect of this whole equation that I'm gonna leave out, guys.
Yeah,
he's gonna,
I think I'm gonna give this formula when I'm done with it.
yeah. That's sick,
Yeah,
man.
but I
That's
but I
cool.
perfected it up to this point. But I think it could be better. But I
Yeah.
can't talk about it because like for sure everyone's gonna copy us once we figure this out.
Okay,
Totally.
cool. Fuck yeah.
Totally.
Yeah,
Cool. Girl, let them copy us and have their amps blow up when they're like, what the
yeah,
fuck's going on?
yeah, and then also the sound too. We carefully dialed everything in.
Yeah, I saw you guys
Yeah,
put like soundproofing and stuff
yeah,
and all that stuff in the bus.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's like another thing that like bands don't really think about.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Also, the
And
dynamics of a bus, like you're talking about
And
not having a bass player. I feel like because there's so many corners in that bus, and it's
yeah,
so the way that sound works, that I feel like there's a bass frequency coming from that. Like
yeah.
the way you guys have it dialed in, and I had no idea. The first time I saw you guys, I was like, oh, they have a bass player for sure. I had no idea you
No,
didn't have a bass
no, we
player.
don't. Well, but we have little tricks that we
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah,
I heard it for sure.
yeah,
That's sick. That's
yeah,
so,
super sick.
do you guys have the like PA system and all that
yeah,
shit pointed outward?
yeah. It's our word. Yeah, but it
Which is
changes though. Like
yeah,
once like we're talking to JBLs right now and designing something.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So once that deal is done, that will change the entire game again.
Do you have to have
Dude.
the van running while you're?
No,
No?
no, no.
You got a
Hmm.
quiet generator somewhere hidden.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. You
Yeah,
can't. I can't tell
don't
you that.
give any
It's,
don't give any too
I'm
much.
giving you too many clues now.
Yeah, no, I know. Don't
Well,
answer.
all right, yeah, I'll get
Yeah,
out
yeah.
of
Why are you trying
automotive
to give
mode.
away his clue? It's
I'll get
fucking
I'll
secret.
get out of automotive mode. Sorry.
Jesus, just
Yeah.
keep being frozen, dude. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Is this a record for how long I've been frozen?
You unfreeze for like 9 seconds or probably 3-4 seconds at a time, and then you freeze again. So
Okay,
it's been
so
like,
I'm gonna
Probably
hold my
good
hands
10
like
minutes or
this.
something.
I know you're frozen as fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm just gonna wait until I
Cool. You can probably
unfreeze and then freeze again.
I'll show you again. But
I'm literally gonna hold my arms like this until it happens.
your
so.
shoulders are gonna get you tired, dude. It's like every like
You don't
30
know. I'm frozen right now, so it doesn't matter. Dude. It really doesn't. Dude,
that's sick though, man, that you guys are coming up with your new like ways. I mean, yeah, man. Once you come up in that realm of like bus, like how are we gonna fucking get power? How are we gonna make it sound good? Like there's so many dynamic elements to like getting that to perfection.
Yeah.
And you should
You
almost
just
cover.
become more than an artist at that point.
Yeah, oh totally. Oh, you're all of a
Yeah.
sudden like a producer engineer, like
Yeah.
on top of it.
Yeah, our neighbors call us engineers because we're
Yeah,
always
yeah.
we're swapping things out. Like it's really fun. Like we're very lucky that we were able to do this as a full-time job.
Yeah, yeah.
We're like we just fucking chill sometimes and like we just stare at the bus and like, oh, what are we gonna do with this? And,
That's so cool. It's
yeah,
like your master art piece. You just stare, you're like, what can we add to this that would be sicker? Like let's just brainstorming all the time.
yeah, yeah. Just getting high.
It'll
And
never be finished, especially if
you'll
you're
never
getting
never
high.
be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
never, never.
and like the way the things are, we want to do things is just we have like a long-term plans now. Like now that
Yeah.
we see the potential of what we can do, now we can like just target certain goals and we'll make it.
Yep. That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
That's super cool. So yeah, now it's not micro, now it's macro. It's like
yeah,
thinking about like what can we do like later on.
yeah.
Oh, Anthony, we can see you, Anthony. Are you moving? Raise your hands.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. For a second, at least.
Finally.
I'm gonna stay like this for a second
There
in
you go.
case it gets frozen.
It'll hold like that, I hope.
How did
No, I think-
that happen? I just got pulled out of the void real quick. That's crazy.
That's cool, man. I mean, so what would you tell like you being in your position now, what kind of advice would you give to a band that was starting out and from scratch and there all these things have happened in the industry that we all have learned and lived and we all know all the things, but like if you from your perspective, like what would you tell a band that you respected that was brand new? Like what would you tell them to do?
I would tell them to look at your band, right?
Mhm.
And make sure you're like aligning with everybody in that band.
Yeah.
Because there's always that one person is gonna drag you down and you're not gonna get success out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It just takes one person to do it. And it's like he's your best friend, but like he's dragging you down. Like,
Yeah.
dude, you gotta let that shit go. It doesn't matter. Friendship doesn't matter, man. Like it's all about at the end of the day, it's what your dream is.
Mhm.
Is
Yep.
your dream more important than your friendship?
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
It's like open mind, like being a friend that's like if he's a best friend in your band and stuff and hanging out, like he's got to be open minded to things,
Yeah.
and you guys can be able to bounce ideas off and find a medium or something. But like if someone's like no, it has to be like this, then like that could be an issue.
yeah,
That's really if you all want if you're gonna be a unit, you want to move on the same level and do the same things. Everybody's got to be, on the same page, dude. And
Yeah.
and if somebody isn't, it's gonna be a sore. It's gonna be a festering sore the whole time that things
Yeah.
are happening.
If you
Yeah.
want to progress, you don't want to be frozen in time.
yeah.
Again. All right. But
And
no, that
also-
really
also-
is. It's like you're a unit, and everybody has to understand
Yeah,
that you're part of a unit, and really, it is kind of a collective dream that has to happen. But I mean, there might be somebody who is the core of that dream. So
and that's
other
okay.
people-
There's nothing wrong with that.
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So I'm just saying, like, there's a collective goal that happens in these small
Frozen
groups of humans that make music or art together or whatever, and for those to work the best, they all need to be pointed at the same goal.
Yeah. Another thing that I would add to that is like, if I were to give my young self an advice, when we first
Yeah.
started,
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell them that advice, and then like run it like you're running a small business,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
that would change the entire perspective.
So what you would say is like basically have people, because the thing is like when you're young, you don't understand small business. You know what I mean? Like you're
Right.
trying to get
Well, you don't understand if no one says anything.
yeah. So
Mhm.
so if you're in a band and you're serious about it, like take a business class.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
even have to be like I didn't take a business class. Like I
Yeah.
studied Jay-Z, I studied Strange Music, I studied
Yeah.
all the labels, I studied Liquid Death. I
Isn't that
studied.
trip? Like the
Yeah.
information's out elsewhere on
there.
the internet.
It's always
You-
elsewhere. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not where
Yeah.
you're looking at. It's
Yeah, yeah.
never. That's what I learned with this whole thing is that I was getting inspired by fucking like the Hundreds or Obey and Famous Stars and Straps rather than like bands that like I grew up listening to.
Mm-hmm,
I
Yeah.
just combined it, you know.
Yeah, taking people that were successful in other genres of art and then
Yeah,
using that in music. Yeah.
yeah. That's another thing that like I'll probably tell somebody. Like you just like fucking get that fucking close high school mentality, close mindedness of like, oh, this is cool and that's not cool. This is like, this is lame and this is cool. Like no,
Yeah.
like if something's popping, something's popular, something's successful,
Yeah.
don't hate on it. Understand why it's successful,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Exactly.
and it changes your whole perspective. You know, like
Totally.
a lot of people hate Five Finger Death Punch, but they're doing something right.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
just selling out
Definitely.
stadiums.
Yeah. They've found a niche. They did it. Yeah. They did a lot of things right. It wasn't just the music, like you said. It was like a style. Like there's all kinds of things they did. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and learning graphic design too is a big thing.
Yeah. Like be your own fucking merch person. That's. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
that's huge.
that's all the aspects of getting merch together, getting out there, doing shows, pressing CDs, getting artwork for all. If you can do all of that yourself, man, you're gonna
Sky's the limit,
be
and
able
you
to.
can do it.
Yeah, right.
And yeah, like you're just gonna learn it. Like like you don't even have to draw for shit, and you can make a really good logo on AI and Adobe Illustrator
Yeah.
because it's
Totally.
straightening out those lines for you.
It's even easier now.
Yeah,
Yeah, with the
and the
AI shit, that's
technology,
crazy. That
yeah,
tripped me out.
technology is like it's getting better and better. I mean, like 10 years ago, this podcast wouldn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Totally.
No way.
I
You
mean,
know,
with no, this podcast would not happen. But I remember back
like
in the
in the
day, it
way we're
was
doing it right now.
now. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe we would have done it some
Yeah, it was the whole
other way.
pandemic is the only reason why this
Yeah,
happened. It was like, how do we
yeah,
fucking hang out with people again?
yeah.
Like,
If
that's
this
right on.
was like in like the early 2000s,
Yeah.
you, my friend, would be trying to get into like the college radio station and trying to
Yeah, yeah,
interview.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Totally. I know. I remember actually, I was working at Circuit City.
Yeah.
Actually, funny story. We're tying this all back, and I've probably told the story before, but I was working at Circuit City, which used to be like it's the Best Buy before Best Buy kind of thing, and I was in there, and we were Odious Morning, our band was on the fucking college radio station, and I was like listening to it, like, oh, dude, we're on the radio. I was like so excited, and a guy comes in with a Mudvayne jacket, and he's like, "You like the metal?" Like I'm like, "Yeah, dude." And we started talking for a second. He's like, oh, he's all, "Are you in a band?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm in a band." Blah blah. He's like, "Are you in a band?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm in this band called Mudvayne." I was like,
No
"Oh
shit,
shit!" This is
really?
a bass player, the short bald guy.
Where
He
was
was.
this?
This is at Circuit City in Santa Cruz.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
That's
because
crazy.
the singer was living in Santa Cruz for a while. But I found this out later. But
Oh wow.
we started just talking, and I started talking because we just signed a contract, and I was like, "What are your contracts like?" And he told me the range of what the fronting of money they get versus like a band. So it's like we all get $25,000 each when we sign, and then we have to like recoup, and then like we get another chunk of money if we hit this goal and this goal. And it was like I was to me, like I just signed a contract. I was like I got $0. Fuck yeah, dude. What's going on? Like what are we doing here? And like I had no idea what I even did. I just knew I signed a record
I
contract.
mean,
That's
we
all I
did
knew.
sign a basics, a small version of what he just said. Only we didn't get the signing bonus, and we have to hit the goals, and then the goals are never met.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, there were goals. I mean, it's like
Yeah, I heard stories about that.
Yeah.
Like what they just straight up like you make your goals.
Well,
they
goals
took
may be
whatever they
met.
wanted, they could-
Goals
yeah,
may be
Yeah.
met, but nobody's
yeah,
telling us if they are or not.
yeah. There's this like thing I read about this rapper Russ. You guys heard that this guy
Russ.
Say it
Yeah.
one more time.
Russ RUSS.
No,
He's
I
like
haven't
the
heard.
biggest like independent rapper right now. Right?
No
Like
shit.
he said he's dude. This guy sells out stadiums in different countries because he
Whoa.
he
Damn.
learned that like how like Facebook and like Instagram has this like professional like data that you
Okay.
can check out. Like
Yeah.
he saw like there's a market for him for Lebanon, and he went to Lebanon and sold out an arena there.
Whoa.
Damn.
Yeah. So like this is what he said about record labels. Record labels is like a bad loan with terrible terms.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
it is. I
is,
mean,
man.
yeah. I
And
mean,
then
the terms are instead of having like terrible interest, it's
Yeah.
like the payback is terrible.
Yeah, if
Like,
if we're talking about finances, yes, that's all true. But like,
Yeah.
just to go back on what I was saying about me and Joel and our position in life, it's like we want to make art. We don't really want to push it the way that you young bucks are doing now because we got so much other shit going. But we still like making art. So if somebody else wants to push it out into the world for us, boom,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. And what he said after that is like, you know what, I got my ads on Billboard and like fucking the Times Square, but I took a loan from an actual bank, so I don't have to recoup that for them.
yeah,
They
exactly.
just like shit like that I was talking about, like, and he took a loan, hired his own like PR company, fucking did all that work for him. It's kind of the same thing, but like in a way, you're still kind of like in the back burner, not doing the actual work.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. I know,
Yeah.
dude. I wish somebody could take out the loan for Odious and just fucking.
yeah,
No,
you
I'm
just
on. I
have
mean,
the good credit though. It's just
for our
oh yeah,
situation, like labels are great
yeah,
I wonder which
because we're not
country
touring and
Odious
stuff.
would
We're
do
not
best
playing.
in.
We're not
Yeah.
playing like shows like all the time at all. So it's like if we were playing, like if we were hitting the road and doing stuff, like that's a different level of like what you need from a label. But from us, it's like, what's this?
Damn, we're
Let-
so out of touch. I don't even know. But
Yeah,
the
we're
question
boomers
would be
now.
like, what do you think our best country would be for Odious? I don't know, dude.
I don't even know.
Do you
California.
get? Are you guys on? Is there? Well, you'll never know, man. Like, we just shipped a bunch of merch to Greece
Oh
recently.
damn.
Yeah, and Indonesia and stuff.
Yeah, Indonesia. We've
Yeah.
you know
But
had.
they're all like metal. That's an easy one. If you're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
take it to a different country, go there first.
You know,
But
once you know you kind of made it when you get like 20 Indonesian friend requests a day. That's
Right,
like
Yeah.
that's
right.
when you know, like, because those guys, like, they're fucking presidents
They
down with that
love
shit.
it,
Like
dude.
you guys, like that's
Indonesia loves the show too, dude. Ever since the show happened, I've been getting tons of Indonesians hitting
yeah,
me up every week.
they're all about that shit. And I
I
think
love it.
the cool thing about them is like they're all about like discovering things.
yeah. They
And
still have that like excitement to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Totally.
love that it's a part of the culture too. Like
Yeah.
even the president's down with metal, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, we had
He's a Slayer fan and a Napalm Death fan.
No,
yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Yep.
That's sick.
I mean, he also executes people that have weed on them. But I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
Is
just
it really
different
like that?
area.
Are you thinking about Philippines?
Oh, in
'Cause
Philippines?
In the Philippines,
Oh,
they do
dude,
that.
Jesus. I'm gonna leave for a second. That sounds-
Yeah,
Is it Philippines that's that like that? Like the
they
super
did
strict?
that. I don't know if they're doing it now, but they did
Oh,
do it
okay,
at some
okay.
point. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know some people that was there around that time.
Yeah,
Who's
they're
the
like,
guy?
It was real. It was real.
Duarte?
That's what I heard.
that gets rid of the problem if that's a problem
Yeah.
for you. I don't know.
Duarte is his name, right, or something?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
damn.
like
But he has some like he also got some good points though. Not gonna lie. That's the thing with presidencies and all that stuff. You're gonna have to really look at the shit objectively.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Like
the culture too, and what's going on there. Yeah,
it's
But,
so weird
w-
like that.
You don't need to die for smoking weed, dude.
Yeah.
I just did something that would get me killed in
as
that
he's,
country right now.
I can hear John clearing a bowl right now.
Yeah, that's why we're here, in the US. We can do the
Yeah, you
fucking
just yeah.
Like, I
I was
appreciate
gonna
that.
ask you what you
Yeah.
were what
Yeah, I'm just like
strain are you burning on? What are you burning
Yeah.
on?
I got like how we got weed endorsement. And
Yeah.
we got our own,
Oh fuck yeah!
I've been just smoking that.
So
Oh, yeah.
is that what's the strain though?
This one's called Joker.
Joker.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Nice.
I don't know weed like that, but like
So you
I
have
know
an
that we have our
endorsement?
own. What's up?
You have an endorsement? What's the company if you want?
Heavy Metal Buds.
Heck
Heavy
yeah, Heavy
Metal
Metal
Yeah.
Buds.
Buds, dude.
Yeah. So like we have a pre-roll called one of our songs called Imperial Roll. So
Oh
we
yeah,
have an Imperial pre-roll.
fuck yeah.
Nice,
Yeah.
dude.
It's one of the coolest things ever. Like we just met the dude at our show, and then like I was like, hey, you have weed business? Oh, cool. Let's talk business, and then that's how we came about.
A
Hell yeah.
win-win would be for me to smoke one of those while I'm
They
watching
just
you,
come up to
dude.
us at our shows or something. We always have
That's
it,
what I'm saying, dude. If I could,
especially when it's
I could
talking.
watch you guys out of the bus while I'm smoking one of those joints, dude.
Yeah,
I'd be in
they're
cloud
good
nine,
too.
dude.
Yeah, like we smoked the Imperial at the Garza podcast. Oh
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
everybody was like,
How was that? I was talking to one of my buddies in that band, and we were talking about like maybe getting on that. How was that experience for you?
it was really cool, man.
Yeah.
It was very professional. You know,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
went
I
to
know.
Oh yeah,
little
It's
office thing. Yeah, it's just
super,
him and like
super,
another
super
dude. Yeah,
professional.
it's really cool.
yeah, super
It's very
professional,
free.
dude. I
Yeah.
can see you zooming in on me means that I'm just frozen. Hey, dude. If
No,
you
I know,
need
I know.
that
The thing
Garza
is though,
money,
no, I know, but I have like he really put. I actually was talking to Dan Kenny about it yesterday or day before, and he was like, dude, he's fucking in on that. He's like putting so much money and stuff and lights and like all the things. He's like
Yeah,
cameras and all. Like
it's on 4K. His video is in 4K, which is
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
it's a
yeah,
big
yeah.
deal.
So is Anthony's.
Yeah.
No, but I know I watched his like he had Dino from Fear Factory. He had people. I've
Yeah.
watched a lot of his shit, and I was like,
Yeah, the
damn.
crazy that we're in it too. It's like
Yeah, I know. When I
it's
saw
like,
Hemorage on there, I
like
was like, God damn it! Like those motherfuckers should have been on ours first, dude.
yeah, out of all people,
hey, we had you guys booked first.
yeah,
I know. I was like, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever. Garza, no, Garza's like a buddy. Well, whatever
Yeah.
Garza did, we had them booked first, dude. Fuck you, dude. I'm just kidding.
yeah.
That's cool
Yeah,
that
the-
he respects that and he likes that whole thing and that whole like DIY
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, well, we crashed one of his shows, and that's how we got introduced to each other.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And then from there, he followed us, and we followed him back. And then like he was like looking for a guest, and like we asked our fan base to like send this guy a message, and that's how it came about.
Hell yeah, that's cool,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
You guys deserve shit like that. That's fucking awesome.
thanks. Yeah, it was really trippy, like fucking seeing that guy with like
Were you
Mayhem
super-
08 and shit.
I know. Were you nervous, like going into an actual like a studio to go like,
leading
like with a
leading
mic,
up
like,
to it?
hello, how are you? Oh, what's going on? You know, like when you actually get into a studio and have to do it, and there's lights on you. How was that?
No, we don't get nervous when it comes to that, but we get nervous leading up to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
we
once
did,
the conversation starts, you're fine. But like in the
Yeah.
beginning, yeah.
yeah. Well, but he was very welcoming too. You know, like
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
he made us like feel very comfortable. Like he was just a dude, you know, like
He's just chill as fuck. Yeah,
Yeah.
Garza's super chill. Yeah,
really. It's just really trippy because like seeing like the memorabilia in that room of like
yeah.
of Mitch and like the dude from Slipknot, Paul Gray. Yeah, there's
Yep.
this holograph of him there, and there's the corn posters.
Oh yeah, they toured with Korn. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
That's
like
crazy, man.
yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool. And then but he's super humble dude. Like he doesn't like
Yeah.
brag about shit. Like
No, he's always been like that. He's actually going on there. I've been because Dan Kenny's obviously it's Anthony's best
Yeah, I
friend.
grew up with them. I grew up
His
with
best
Dan.
friend.
Their bass
But like
player.
and one of my best friends too. But like going on this bus and like and hanging out with them, it's like and Garz has always just been just chilling, like been really nice. He's never
Yeah.
been like a hammered guy being all crazy. He's always been
Yeah.
like really level headed and kept his shit like just like this is what I love to do. This is what I'm doing. I'm not really here to party too hard. I'm here to like do the
Yeah.
craft. That's kind of
yeah,
what
he's
always
not
been
a
about.
party guy for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, totally.
It's really cool. Like when we got in an accident with a bus, he called me. It's like just check what's up. It's like that was
You
the
guys
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's like you're a cool guy for that. Yeah.
Totally.
That's awesome, man. No, I reposted I reposted your guys' story, so I'm a cool guy too. Okay.
yeah.
No, I was like, fuck, man. Like I saw you guys get in an accident. I'm like, this is the fucking thing you guys should donate money to.
Yeah.
like a band that's like fucking DIY. They fucking just got hit like head on. Like fuck
Yeah.
that. You guys.
And
need
we
to
felt
fucking
that
support
one.
this band.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every like failure that you get out of our journey is like we feel it. you
Yep,
know? It's like
definitely.
someone stripped us like their Venmo payment didn't go through and didn't find out about it, we feel that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Totally.
because
I know.
we're like trying to run the shit.
No, no,
Yeah,
it's like that's what I was gonna ask you because I mean, you guys sell merch out of your bus
yeah,
and stuff. Like, I mean, you got to be to the times a little bit with the Venmo and the credit
yeah,
cards and all the things. So is
yeah.
that pretty much the what you guys take?
Oh, we
Like
take
what?
all of them. Yeah,
Okay, okay,
yeah, because like the our fan base is like such a huge like spectrum at this
range,
point.
yeah,
I mean,
totally,
yeah, range. That like we got the older heads who has cash all the time. We
yeah,
got like the younger people who has Venmo and like their parents and all that stuff. So like we managed to like accept all types of payments, which is really good because like every type of payment is kind of funnel a certain thing that we do.
yeah.
So it helps us get organized.
Here's a question for you with the Venmo thing, because I sell equipment every now and then, just buy and sell sometimes.
Yeah.
So when someone is how like let's say someone Venmos you, could they take that back somehow?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay, okay. But once it's sent, right? Like
Yeah.
it's done. Like so if
Yeah.
a Craigslist guy is like, "Oh, is it cool if I Venmo you?" Then
Yeah.
that's okay, right? Rather than
Yeah.
cash. Okay,
Yeah.
because you can't reverse that, right?
No, you cannot reverse that.
Okay, okay. That's good to know. That's actually good
Yeah.
knowledge for me.
Yeah. What you
Yeah.
can do too, if like you're afraid that they might try to take it back, which I doubt they will, you can like transfer it to your bank right away. So
You maybe like take pictures of them doing it or
yeah.
something. That could be a thing.
Yeah.
It's like you can't dispute this. This is them doing
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I always worry about that. Like I've sold like a couple expensive items, and they met me in the parking lot. I was like, "Oh, I only have this much cash, and the rest Venmo." And I'm like, "Sure, I think it's cool." Like I don't
Yeah,
know if
yeah,
you can
it's
reverse
totally cool.
things.
Yeah, you
Okay.
get you're fine.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
The only because they'll ask for your 4-digit phone number, the last
Okay.
four
Yeah.
when
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
get there. So
Fuck yeah, man.
yeah.
Well, hell yeah, man. Well, fuck. I think it's time to kind of wrap this shit up. But
Oh yeah.
God damn, man. That was what you do was, I mean, with your band is fucking awesome and groundbreaking. And
Yeah, I praise it, dude.
I praise it. It's very outside the box. It's what people need to kind of think of. And I hope people keep pushing the envelope with
Yeah.
and just don't copy. Don't
Yeah,
copy him.
I hope people like yeah, like you don't have to necessarily copy it. Like you can
Take
just
it.
like
Take a piece of it.
yeah, like you can do something that make
Yeah,
you stand out. You know,
totally.
like you can't be just another one. You just have to be the only one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's a good
Yeah.
fucking line right there. I like that. Yeah, fucking be yourself and don't be a cover band. Don't find another
Yeah.
niche. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
fucking
that's what we're trying to do. Is like we got this formula. Don't copy the exact formula. The
yeah,
formula
yeah.
is the ethics of it.
Yeah, yeah. I back it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool guys. I had a
Oh
great
yeah.
time tonight. I've been frozen most of the
Most
night,
of the
probably, but I'm glad that you guys can still hear me chime in.
yeah. It was still good audio, which is good.
Yeah, it's
Was
Yeah,
great
that
audio. That's
was that
insane audio.
yeah.
SM50?
I
It
think
says
next
SM7V.
next week
Yeah.
I'm going to Gilbert's, guys. I'm calling him. He
Oh yeah, thanks you
offered,
guys for like having me here though.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, dude. No, this is
Yeah, I'm
great, dude.
super
And
glad you came on,
John,
man.
Yeah.
you're an awesome dude. I want to keep in touch, dude. I want to catch you guys out there. No
Yeah.
doubt. I want to be in that crowd. I want to see it in person. Here,
You
if
haven't
you
seen it in
guys,
person?
no,
Have
I
you
really, I
Oh wow.
really
He
do.
hasn't. No,
Yeah.
it's me. It's me
You're in
going
it
like,
for
we
a
need these
treat.
guys on. I'm
Yeah.
the see. I'm like the
Well,
soldier. I'm the ground soldier now because
Yeah.
I saw a cool fucking show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I liked about it.
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
kind of
man.
like I love that aspect of the show too. Is that there's, I mean, even though you were only hanging out with two of us, there's four hosts, and we all contribute to getting people on the show. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's somebody saying, "Hey, check out this shit. I'm down," and we always trust each other. So
That's
I,
cool,
I
man. Oh yeah.
and that's the whole thing, dude. It's just like we just want to hang out with cool people, dude, and hear their stories. And
Yeah.
you guys have a unique, interesting story, and I'm glad we got to hear it tonight.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, giving me a platform to like, push this shit further.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Totally, dude.
everything that like every interview, it just like I feel like it just keeps us pushing further.
Yeah,
The more
exactly, dude.
the more we do it, the more people will like see what the fuck is up. And
No,
like,
we're
Yeah,
game recognized game, dude. That's
Yeah.
what it is, dude. And we're recognizing your game, and we want other people to recognize it as well, dude. And we're using our shit to show everybody else you guys, dude. And that's what's cool about this, dude. And I'm glad that we were able to do it, and I'm glad I learned all the stuff that I learned tonight. And yeah, dude.
oh yeah,
Um,
thanks.
yeah, for sure, dude. And if you ever pay attention to Hemorage on social media, you're gonna find some places in your area, hopefully, that they'll be playing, dude, and get out there.
Yeah,
Boom. I'm gonna do that Frisco one. Sounds legit, dude. That Saturday one.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a doable one.
Yeah.
good one.
All right. And for us, dude, battleforgecoffee.com. You know, I'm threw it at the top. I'm gonna say it again. Get your coffee there. And for the show, CaliDeathPodcast.BigCartel.com. Get your shirts there. We got a couple of designs. I say, I don't say it at the time. Oh yeah, SavagePeople.net. Get really cool designs there, dude. You go over there and check it out, dude. You're gonna find something that's gonna vibe for you, no doubt. And
Yeah.
all the social medias for Hemorage and Cali Death Podcast. Just search us. You guys know how to use your search engines. All right. Have a good rest of your week. Love you guys. And we will see you next week, as always. Boom.
All right,
yeah.
peace out.
Have a good night, guys.
Yeah.